with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. aka Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, time check. Yes. Yeah, 32 minutes past your 6 o'clock. And you listen to the Ground Report. Hey, yours truly, the Pitbull Radio in studio for now. And I must say a pleasant good morning to Premier. A lot of viewers up already, but that time passed, so you'll have to send back a morning. I only get the people who send morning from 6:21. Yeah, like Bujam John, Premier, good morning. Pringala, good morning. Ann Brown, good morning. Janelle, Bujam John, good morning. Christian. Nati, good morning. Rick Williams, good morning. Garnish, Mohan, good morning. Joycelyn. Primrose, good morning. D Hall, good morning. Well, Ann Brown, I don't tell you morning already. Ann Jackman, good morning to you. Jess School, good morning. Glenn, good morning to you. Roy Pussard, good morning. Zamid, good morning to you. Hey, Zibriangani, good morning. Nadira, good morning to you. Hey, Janelle, good morning. I don't tell Premier good morning already, man. Oh boy, oh boy. Ruby, good morning. Hey, Jason Phillips, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Deborah, good morning. And let me say a pleasant good morning to Dave and Deborah. Good morning to you guys too, man. Only Deborah's, man, good morning. Hey, Matty Matt, good morning. Hey, Bernadette Motu, good morning. How about Bernadette Arki? Well, good morning, Henry Chet. Hey, no, right now again. Hey, I don't say they on Deborah already, man. Good morning, guys, no, Ryan. Again. Hey, Trini Nairo, good morning to you, Matilda. Hey, Jenny Bell, good morning to you. There's no one like you. Yeah. Hey, Lachman James, good morning. Bisnat Posada, pleasant good morning. Hey, Jafika Balcarena, pleasant good morning. Barup, good morning, my brother. Andre Ross, good morning. Hey, Andre Rose.
Our God is greater, our God is stronger, God, you are higher than any.
Simrat, good morning. Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, Jillian, John, I don't tell you morning already, man. Greetings.
Our God.
Hey, Maria. Oh, Mario Fernandez, good morning. Oh boy.
Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like
Vishal, good morning. Hey, Sanita, pleasant good morning to you. Bali, good morning. Jerome, good morning to you. John, good morning. Bix, good morning to you. Hey, Lance Gopal, good morning. Lucky Lal, good morning. Michael Scotland, good morning. Balroop, Sheldon Roach, good morning to you. Sukdira, pleasant good morning. Maria from Mira from Princeton, a pleasant good morning to you. Carol Maharaj, a pleasant good morning, Carol. Hey, Calvin, your Brady Bunch, good morning. Paul Daniel Singh, good morning. Andrea Alfonso, a pleasant good morning to you. That we talking about. On the rock and come in. Hey, Ganesh Prasad, a pleasant good morning. Hey, Sita Commission, a pleasant good morning to you. Jubati, good morning, Anthony.
And if our God is for us,
That we talking about, man.
never stop us.
You come to the house and hide.
God is with us.
Let me know morning.
And again,
We are manners, we are respect.
God is for us. And who
We deserve to live better. We want to live better. That's why every day
with us?
we continue to encourage, be on, fight, talk, educate. Because we want this country to be a change one. Keith Ramnath, good morning. I don't tell you morning, man. Hey, Selwyn Batiste, good morning. Ryan Nikeli, good morning to you. Ban, you behaving yourself, Ban? Hi. Where is your young stepdaughter? Ban, Mieno. Rupert Lal, good morning.
Our God is here, awesome in power, our God. Our God is greater.
Mieno. Tommy Roberts, good morning to you. Jack Group, good morning.
You are high,
Bizram, good morning, Bizram. Darren Daniel, a pleasant good morning to you. Sita Motilal, good morning. I wonder if they pick anybody for Rima yet.
and if our God is for us,
Audra, good morning. Hey, Rachel Young, good morning. Don't tell Jerome morning already. The Hulk, all of you morning. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning too. That's Mark Gittins. Oh, you're changing him to Trinidad and Tobago, boy? Mark Gittins, good morning, Andy. Oh, shucks, because you say Andy now. Man, right, and then D. Good morning, and D. Hey. Real short writing it all now, yeah. Real short writing. There's one thing where? Alright, Gittins, morning. Raymond Saunders, good morning to you. Hey, Patricia Phillip, good morning. And R. Moonsami, good morning. Hey, Alonso, I don't tell you morning already, partner. Earl, good morning, Earl. Hayden Joseph, good morning, my brother. Hey, Narish, good morning. Who I miss? Kurt! Yeah. Kurt Roberts, good morning. I ain't missing nobody, man. Everybody get called in, man. Ramana, Lachman, good morning. Oh boy, Lucky Lal, I don't tell you morning already, you know Lucky Lal. What name is Lucky Lal for, eh? Vajanti Kisun, morning. What that name song familiar, you know? Vajanti? Jesse, a pleasant good morning to you. Radhika, morning Radhika. Ramjit, yeah, Radhika. Oh, that is our old time name, you know. She done make Chingfishy man already. Radhika, them kind of name there, so. They got some Radhika today easy, you know. Yeah, this hot man here. Radhika, oh God, girl, where was? Where you was, Radhika? Oh God, Radhika. Yeah, well, this make man cry. Lila! That really Lila C. Paul, morning. Hey, first time I seen your name, I think it was Lila. Oh, I'm going to be seated already, I can't remember. Alright, Lila. CJ, where's the latest partner? You're not your partner, the pitbull these days, boy. What happened? Sometimes I must shake my bit, you know. Yeah, remember I did the fighting mood. I still into, yeah man, I feel like good enough to fight now, man. Brian, morning. Yeah, Brian, morning. Who else? Gloria Escola, good morning. You come on late, girl. Eh? Samantha, where are so late for? Roseman, you on all? Roseman, Ram Gulam. Ram Gulam. Where the hell you late for? Where she said? Is everybody you saying morning too? But what my name, Roseman? Oh, you look at that. Roseman said to Marilyn, to Sharon, to Annie, Matilda, to Bernadette, to Alicia, to Tommy, to Jerome, to Wayne, everybody. Alonso and all. With Ginger. And Roseman and Telly Pitbull morning, you know. Roseman and Telly Pitbull nothing. Anyhow. And Brown, what I mean? No, Andy not yet. Talk to me. Kathleen. Morning, Kathleen. That's a nice old name, you know. You don't see about your man thing. All they come and you go report early. Make all the thing. Make sure they see about the people, you know. And now the man that get one thing. If you see man watching the pitbull right now and he jot back and the man ready to fight. Don't worry about he have to make no breakfast at all. Only make the thing for the man. Let the man relax a little bit. When is Monday? What Monday? What you call it? Valentine's Day is for woman. What day is a man again? Valentine's man? Aye. Man is really Valentine. When is Valentine Monday? Let me give man some kind of thing, yes? Nigel Black, good morning. Indra. Jack Dio, good morning. Sita, next Sita. All them Sita, them too, them is some old name, you know. But my boy too, my boy wife named Gita. That is Dexter. So it's Gita and Sita. Gita, Sita. Nigel Black. Michael on itself. Rick Williams, so we're going. Mubarak. Mohammed. Mubarak, he is a Muslim partner. All the best to you today. Inshallah, man. Yeah. Well, let me say morning to Imam Kazim Hussein. Imam Kazim morning. Angela. Good morning. Alan, Hercules, good morning. Premier, all of you, good morning, man. Who am I? Rasa Jack. You know I ain't seen these days. Mr. Goben, Lutz Medial. Morning. Sean the Selector, Sean Roberts. Morning. Yeah, Sean the Selector, Sean Roberts. Oh boy. Legendaire. What? Good morning, Legendaire. Oh boy. Rishma. Morning. Glenda Isaac. Morning. Crystal Fernandez. I don't tell you morning already, man. Zebran Gani. I think I tell you morning. Audrey. Greenwich. Good morning. Vidya. Morning, Vidya. Karen. Like Karen, huh? All right. Like Arena Gopal Chand. Wow. Hercules, I am Hercules, all of you. Peter Brown, morning, I now see you. I now see you, Peter Brown. Who else? Rosemary, I don't tell you morning, all over the right. Carol. Morning. Oh boy, Gemma. Morning. Oh boy. That's it, man. I run through here, boy. John, quick. Hayden, Joseph, all of you, man. Peter, all of you. Joel, Tank. Brathwaite. Good morning, Brathwaite. Colin. Good morning, man. I now seen Colin. 007. How you late? You is 007 and you late? Somebody say morning to the fox. The silver fox. How was your weekend? You know the business. Hey, don't go forget Noel Brown, Get Up Brown. Yes, morning. So the all of you morning. Kevon, Kaylee, morning. The Iron Woman outside, morning. Jimmy Ramcreet, good morning. Mr. Goben, good morning. Hey, Salisha Karim, you now jump on, girl, morning. Rose, good morning, you know jump on too. Hey Christine, you know jump on too. There Ramjat Singh, morning. Oh, you know jumping on. Tara, all the Taras, morning. This Tara you know jump on. Hey, they my Tara here, boy. I think they the one I was asking about up on the hill there. I feel like she here, man. Let me people and see. Oh, I could get to blow up this potato, see, boy. I feel Lady Tara here, you know. I was looking for this Tara. I have plenty Tara, you know, but it have one specifically living, oh God, you gotta go, Curep. Yes, Curep side, eh, man. Curep side. If Lady Tara here, say morning, there, girl. I feel Lady Tara, the face looking familiar, there, you know. Yeah, I feel like my Tara from up on the hill in Curep, you know. Tara! I want to Lady Tara, boy. This Tara. What Tara saying here? She said morning Andy, Lennox and all at the station. I want to live with her, boy. And then good morning, everyone. I don't know if that is Tara, no. Tara, go tell me if that you. The one who from Q website up on the hill up there, so. On YouTube. You're on YouTube there. Right, yes. It is me in Q and the right there, they Tara from up on the hill up there, so man. How things, girl? I had to come and look for you sometime, boy. Boy. Have a few days sick all over, you know. Yeah. That is already, man. I know I see face there. I don't have to already. Oh boy. How many people we reach here, boy? 400 people is not enough, you know. I like to talk to people, you know. I like to talk to people I want to talk to early, you know. Yeah. I want to talk to Oli. What I'm telling you. Right, who I look leave out there? There are people on the phone there. I know Miss Brooklyn Morning, she always lock on. I know Miss John always lock on. I know Miss Lorna, come back. Miss Lorna. Miss Lorna. Miss Lawrence. Miss Lawrence's mother always lock on too. Or we go forget Big Ram and Dennis C. Paul and Journey. They always lock on too. What about my partner from Orlando, the Raj always lock on. Nicholas! Alish, run around. He always lock on. Handy. Every time. Oh God, tell what you know, man. If you only hear 1 minute damn voice note. Andy. 6 o'clock. If you can't say more than 2 words now, don't send no voice note from me. Hear me, Nicholas? Hey, let me say pleasant morning to Mr. Namarine in Canada. Hey, father. Mr. Namarine, a good man. He did with me long time, Mr. Namarine. All the Canadian updates you used to be getting from Mr. Namarine, you know. You could know anything around Canada from all them shots who getting shots who are the good shots who not. Oh, came there from Orlando. I'm a partner. Oh God, somebody always buffoon. Dumps sugar. Oh my God, Andy. Don't take them on. I don't believe it. That's he's stupid. He's a buffoon. And that has some kind of Indian name he's used to. Some kind of thing. I got a horse. And I say, Lord. I say, but where the hell is I got a horse, boy? I know I learned the got a from Raj, boy. Got a oh my God. Whatever one of these days, going to know when he say got a what the hell you mean, yes? He say, you know what, he say Kings is a got a he say Paul Spain is a got a all them troublemakers when they come on, they got a he said Donald Trump and all is a got a oh my God. He say Kamala Harris is a good woman. Yeah, Andy, that's a good woman. Yeah. Hey, Kenrick Prasad, you have to tell me where's I got a hard boy. You have to tell me what Rajesh mean by that kind of stupid got a hard thing when he hitting people there under the belt and I just had to listen. Oh, a donkey. Look, CJ, tell me, boy. Well, this man is a real thing up, man, boy. How will be hitting people hard, so? Look, the Davey are saying that's a donkey, Andy. Oh my God. But how you gonna call them donkey, partner? Got a horror. I say, well, look at the next word. I learned it from Lennox. I learned it from Raj. I learned it from C3. Where the hell is it, boy?
And what can stand against and if our God is for us, then who could ever stop?
Hey, John H.
Is with us, and what
Call.
stand against?
No hall go be. No doll go be. Alright. So Richelle Lee. No, I see. Trincia. Yeah, Trincia Lee. Nancy, you know jump on. I can't use that word. I've been telling you some morning. What about Darren Emmanuel? Morning. Leon Charles morning, you know jump on too. Nancy, we are now jump on to. I mean in the morning bowling Trincia. I been telling people I get better and say, see this? I find this man moving like I've got a house. Me know it me, you know. And I don't know why calling people donkey. Oh my God. I go leave that for Orlando, man. Oh, he say, well, look, man, tell me here, CJ say, well, Jackass Andy, he doesn't want to say that. But the Jackass, someone coming saying, donkey. It's really Jackass, donkey, Oh, man, so King Z's got her. Oh, my God. Hey, Freddie Brown, good morning to you, Colin. Oh God, this got a hard boy. Let me know you got a hard now, boy. That is a hard one to hit people, boy. I find it's just your best. Tell them there's a donkey, yes. Oh boy, just say you're donkey. Oh my God, that got a hard thing. It sung very hard. Run the MC. Run the what? MC's what? I just say run the mic. Run the MC. Run the mic. When I ask him what the MC mean? Oh my God, all he did tell me what the MC mean. Run the MC. He did tell me what the MC, and I said, where the MC for?
Water you turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like
Yeah, where the MC for? And he tell me, why run the MC, boy? Oh God, boy, right up with the MC for, let them know what the MC for now, boy. I can't say what the MC for. But yeah, but you have to do it smart, you know. I can't tell them what the MC for. I say, what the hell wrong with this man, boy? I thought in the beginning it was run the MC. You know the rapper long time run the MC. I said, right, I run the MC, boy. And I asked him, man, let me know what the MC for, yes? I say, oh God! Maureen! Can! Penny! Morning! Nari! Where the hell you know? Come on, partner! Hey, Nari! Hey, Davy Perry, good morning! Bask! Yeah, good morning, brothers and sisters. Alright, we run the MC. We run the MC for there. You're lying. I don't really tell me run the MC for, you know. He put M at $. Easy. I tell you when he say run the MC. Yes, MC Hammer was talking. MC Hammer. You see, look, Primraj, remember, you know the man on the MC Hammer, man. But this run the MC, they no MC Hammer. He tell me the MCs for something different. He said that MCs for Rowley. I say, oh good. Hey, Michael said a radio DJ is going up for Diego Martin. Which one? Well, all we hearing is dub, disco, rap, and soca from this jockey. Who take out that is a radio DJ take Rowley spot? Hayden Joseph morning. You now jump on. Nari, yes brother, I'll keep up the good work. Alicia Gani, what happened? Hey, Trump swaying in today, all them. Let me get a little Trump dance here one time. Hey, Trump swaying in.
And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us,
I still find it's too late to tell you, know, let's share, you know. Why are the blast out again, you know?
is for us,
Hey, Balup,
could ever stop
everybody has something weird about them, boy. Balup have a dog biting fly,
can stand
so he's safe. Kenneth Prasad, he wanna come down here. I don't know what he gonna do with that truck or what. 3 days straight, CJ face green smiling. CJ, what happened? You sick or what? You go on the MC 3 days straight, your face green? Your face green so far. Jason D'Souza. I see Alicia Gani saying morning to you, Jason D'Souza. Where are you? Now me and see your name, Jason D'Souza. Why? Last Lomas in the house. Yeah. Last Lomas in the house only. Oh God, Lance Gopal say that the DJ go be Minister of Music and Jam Sessions. Oh Lord, is that DJ going up and they going through? I find all like all I feel all the thing in them. Hey, Don Harilal say Emery dropped out of the race. And a DJ replaced him. What? So Emery drop out the race, boy? He name Hans? Well, we go see your Hans with the a radio DJ. Alright, so Emery know it, so Rowley get a DJ in his seat. Yeah, he like the party, he like the line. He go in and go all them feds as Prime Minister. He want it in that kind of big way now. Make sure Carnival pass, he in the dance. Skinny, nasty self. As a Prime Minister. Tom! You know, jump on our Tom. Morning, Tom, morning. I find it's not enough for all the day, you know. I wonder if my boy Smiley. Smiley say, a DJ, well, look at that. Well, one for that. You get the opportunity and thing and the other handy stories. O'Neill Jones. Jersey lock on O'Neill. Morning. So man try tell you morning already. Bash, I tell you morning too. They say them pay them hungry mouth will do anything for money and power. That's what we talking about. Falcon, you're now lock on. Salisha Karim, you was already on. I find some money don't say morning to me, you know. Only go on and only with a big list. Eh? O'Neill, you had to say morning to the pit bull. Or you just Jersey lock on. They will just come in the house. You ain't say knock the door. You just jump out. Rich! Oh God, you're frightened there by O'Neill, boy. You get frightened there. You go come in so. That Rowley and them behavior, that geometry. That the way you call geometry behavior, that frightening behavior. You cannot be frightening people so you don't just come in our house early. Real media TT. Lennox Smith, I don't know if you change your password or something. Same thing this morning. I don't know what if it was a password change, but I know that was hooked up on your side. So it has something on your side that I don't know what. So we go how to go on the on that the go into the real chat. I want to get you to put in your part. I don't know, boy. You have to go into a day where we set it up. I don't know. Adish! Adish Ram! Morning, Adish Ram! Dave! Ratan! Yeah, Dave Ratan. I seen the original one. Chanja, Benjamin, morning. Freddie Brown, morning. Alicia Gani, all of you, morning. Don Harilal, you're now lock on, boy. Where is that? Morning. Right. Nice. Only Hey, let me say a pleasant thanks, Nadira. Let me say a pleasant good morning to those of you that are looking to us on the Gael. Good morning, Gael. And our Gael family throughout Trinidad and Tobago and within the Caribbean. A pleasant good morning to you all. Today is the swearing of Donald Trump. Today is, we still have a prime minister that resigned, but he resigned until after Carnival. You want to go fet and lime and have police escort and still play bad, and I don't know, this country going through. This country going through. Yeah, this country going through. I don't know why, but this country going through. I want to go and get some news items this morning, man. Let me see. I wonder if this man send them thing for me, boy. Call Mikey to let him know pawn anything now, man. It is when they take long to pawn that watch. It's half a hair that they take off that looking bad. We live on the Gael. Oh boy, he just take one jump on too, point on too late. Oh boy. Well, let me try to get some news items by the time they. Man, Monday, please God. What news items will you have for the pitbull? What news item will you have for everybody too? Let me hear what news items you all have. I wonder if my partner send the thing for me. Oh God. Wait. I see the this one day when he hitting. The hitting out. Stuart pull the DJ boy. Yeah boy, I know hands. Yeah boy, look at the DJ the boy I know hands. Man, I know hands boy. Oh shucks, he get through. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Come to this girl hitting me in surge now, boy. Harry hitting me in surge. This girl here and all with Marsha Walker hitting me in surge. Because that we had to fight and get our seat and all here. Whose side would you choose? The most popular COP of all times or a criminal lawyer? Oh my God, they bypass that and all. Hey. It's too much bacchanal, boy. This is going to be a serious fight over here. You had to fix that time now. No. Valeria send the ground report 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Andy Williams, Smith and Michael Kerr on 104 radio. No God. Who had to fix that? I think that is we boy is who they set that up in I am. Oh. Okay, ground report 1, 2, 3. Share it on the groups. Okay. Alright, I will share them thing on them in the groups here. That is the link for people who want to join the ground report group. Right, for all who want to join the ground report groups, various groups, so they can organize and get onto the ground report group. WhatsApp group now. Yeah, alright Valerie, morning Valerie. That's some groups. Maran! Right, Maran. What Maran sent for me? Whoa. I get express earlier, not the Guardian, boy. Something wrong, boy. Look at that. Well, we gotta get a little bit of that news, boy. They say tears for Damien. They say final journey for worker killed in plat accident. Tears for Damien. Like they put him to rest. And then I also seen Chumstick's office today. Yes. A probe starts after woman shot during exchange of gunfire between police bandit and Beatum. Oh God, she pick up a stray. So we're going with she get killed. Oh, I don't she get. Yes, boy, bullet kills mom. Oh, shock, straight bullet. All the police when all they shooting back. All they make sure Hey, look, Lennox. You think go on there. Nice. Yeah, Lennox Smith morning. I seen where they say tears for for Damien Day. And a stray bullet killed some moms in on the Beatum. What going on with that?
Yeah, boy, very unfortunate. Of course, a pleasant good morning to you. Are you able to be loud and clear?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yes, pleasant good morning to you, of course. A pleasant good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central, or friends in Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming on the worldwide Bible, pleasant good day to you. Yes, a very sorrowful and very, depressing
in the
morning.
head, they say that she getting she head.
Yeah, 2 double murders. Don't forget 2 double murders over the weekend. One in Nakura, another one in Belmont. And then, of course, you had this tragic situation with the shootout with the police. And that is what it is alleged. The citizens, the residents are saying that there was no engagement by those who were running. The police were tracing, of course, a stolen vehicle. And on the eastbound lane of the Beatham, they got wind that the vehicle was in that vicinity. They gave chase and the occupants ran out and headed north into the Beatham. And then, of course, gunshots were heard and therefore fired. And, of course, this lady having some kind of eating arrangements, I should say. She was eating something, going to fetch it in the kitchen, and then of course she was shot. Of course, the way how the president described the conduct of the police after the shooting and the wounding of this woman, I think is something that merits investigation. I trust that the Police Complaints Authority will look into this matter, because it is not what I consider be a humane expression as to how people should be treated if they are wounded in such circumstance. Whether, of course, it's a bandits or the assailants gunshot or the police gunshot, I think the way it was handled, I don't think is standard protocol or what is expected of the police in such circumstance. But as I said, it's early days yet. The investigations are on. I merely just regurgitating what is in the public space. And of course, I know that the investigation will eventually, of course, engage in the specificity of the circumstances. So, but she died, I think, on the spot, I believe, and not at the hospital. And the way, as I said, she was treated, according to the residents, I think it's something that requires some kind of investigation. So, but it occurred on the Beatham. She is not a resident of the Beatham. She was just visiting, and she met her that day. Of course, the relatives are asking for compensation and a number of other things in terms of the investigation. So we see how that pans out.
Showing you a window where the bullet went through, and she got and she head, boy. That's so bad lucky, and she was in the kitchen.
And on the side, about 10 persons were in the house. And
you see why it is that they say don't go in hot areas. You're gonna be innocent. Look at, and some people just wonder. Why some people say, nah, I wouldn't go and visit our family in the Beatham, why I wouldn't go and visit our family in the hot areas, I wouldn't, because you look at that woman just went visit, tell all they got, all they chilling out thing, police come in, police and bandits, you did that, straight come hit me in my head, I did, I look for that, where I leave my house and go on there for, my family crying now, because I choose to go there. No, boy.
Very unfortunate indeed. Very unfortunate. Yeah. So that's the situation. Of course, you rightly said that Trump is to be inaugurated today, and the whole world is on tender keg, but I think the Caribbean more so, because of course he had vowed that one of his first order of operation is to sign a presidential order asking for the deportation of persons that may be illegally in the United States. So we wait and see, and what that will trigger in terms of impact on the Caribbean, and of course governments across the region are bracing for what this will bring to us and what it means. So I too am looking at the situation.
They say BC first day for Trump. Yeah, they say BC first day for Trump. They say will end will end 4 long years of America declined. They say go end of 4 years of America declined.
He said he's putting America first, and a number of foreign policy and economic policies, and of course immigration policies and all of that. The borders, as you know, he seemed to be obsessed with the Mexican U.S. border, and the entry by that means, by that geographic space of illegal immigrants coming from as far as Venezuela in South America, and of course Central America, and then of course into the United States, quite apart from other parts of the globe. And he's saying that is posing a security problem for the United States. Of course, TikTok, I think, is now formally banned in the United States. It's not here in Trinidad, but certainly in the United States, because they believe that too is a security issue, simply because it is run by a Chinese enterprise, and therefore they accuse them of using that app to spy, and they have of course discontinued its presence in the United States. Over 1 million people would have been utilizing that particular platform.
More than 1 million in the United States, why? Real people utilize that. That get bigger than Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's more 14 million.
We have about 14 million, boy. Real people. That real people that don't see.
Numbers. Yeah.
That real people that don't see for TikTok.
Yeah. So that's where that is at.
And then United States will start to influence the countries and would close to them to ban TikTok too.
Europe in particular, yeah. I agree.
So Europe will ban TikTok too?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like when the
United States
they just catch the cold in Europe. Because of the historical relationship vis-a-vis of course the Second World War, and of course the rehabilitation of Europe.
Elon Musk smart, Elon Musk smart, Elon Musk, remember he too is we call that Twitter. He did by over Twitter and thing, and he don't realize too that TikTok thing, and then risk and bam. So it must be a number one. You see, a number one social media platform. It must always be from America. It's not right now that the most popular social media platform is not owned by America. That Mark Zuckerberg and all of them get leave out. Twitter and all is small game compared to TikTok. TikTok huge. Yeah. So they must bust up that. How you gonna have the most influential social media platform be owned by Chinese? If I was them, you had to mash up that. You had to bust that.
They're taking their interest. I trust and I hope that we would have hoped that Rowley would have done the same thing, but it appears that he has sacrificed Trinidad and Tobago on the altar of their own, what I consider to be selfish, narrow, and inept, of course, policies vis-a-vis Venezuela, and of course not taking into consideration the sensitivity of our most powerful northern neighbor, and the person or the people with whom we do most business are talking about the United States. And now that Trump is back, I see that Rowley has decided to be out because, of course, he knows what the possibilities are, and that is why we keep saying we are yet to know the true story as to why he would have, of course, given up where he indicated previously no indication that he was leaving the prime ministerial position or the politics in general in the way how he has described it. But of course, we know that there's something more in the mortar than the pestle, because all the indications were that he was preparing, of course, not only to go back as the candidate for Diego Martin West, but to remain as prime minister. And then, of course, there was a sudden change of position. So it may well be the Donald Trump inauguration and presence. We wait and see, because his successor, I don't think will be spared if he believes that his absence, Rowley's absence, will of course maybe change the position of Donald Trump on whatever issue that he's either evading or running from. I'm sure that Young, being very, very close to him, almost his bagman, if you want to call it that, or his confidant, and now you're putting him there. I don't think it will make a difference. But let's see how things pan out.
I also see a senior way high school ambition, right? For why Trump he wants Greenland and Canada, so you want to annex Greenland. You read that checking in the Express there, boy. You hear about that? Trump want to annex Greenland and Canada. Oh God! He went pointing. You want to buy them?
He want to buy Greenland, and he want to, of course,
make Canada part of a state
as the last state of the United States. And of course, the Trudeau and the Kaiders were extremely angry.
They was angry for that.
Angry. They said, no way, that a pink donkey is a tree. Of course, the matter of...
No, but he can get through with Greenland. He can get through with Greenland.
When the Americans have troops there, it is strategically located, frankly. It is at the top there, near the Arctic Circle, and of course, in the most northern of the Atlantic Ocean. And then of course between when you could also reach you could reach Russia, as well as of course Europe at the same time. And there is also, of course, as I said, a base. They have heavy presence in that icy country, that very cold country that is called Greenland there. So I don't know. He's saying that it is strategic for the United States, and he would like to annex it too. Of course,
but Greenland, Greenland, and then we're going to voting, and then go
different to Russia and Ukraine. Russia want to take, or of course is in the process of trying to take Ukraine by force. And of course,
but Trump going and talk and ask the islanders if they want to be a part of the United States, and talk to the government, and that's how he going to go about it.
Yeah, but Puerto Rico has always said that they wanted to be a full-fledged American state or an island outside of the United States, just as Hawaii. But they have not been given that.
No, but Puerto Rico is a part of this of America.
Voting rights. I don't think they have voting rights.
Yeah, I think Puerto Rico is vote. I think Puerto Rico is voting in the elections. Check it.
Something. I don't think they have full American citizenship. I need to look up that, but there's something that is short today.
Oh boy, Puerto Rico is a part of America. Check it out.
All right.
Puerto Rico is a part of America. Hawaii and all them is part of America.
Hawaii, no. There is a constitutional deficiency. Let me pray that prevents Puerto Rico to be full-fledged. I was reading that recently, but I
find out now because you showed something very interesting. So find it by the time. All of the lines are open. By the meanwhile, the lines are open today. Time check. It's 7:23 a.m. in the morning. 7:23. And you're live on the Go Report. And let me say a pleasant good morning again to those of you that are locked on to us on Real Media TT Facebook, Real Media TT YouTube. Lennox Smith will go through and I will send him the email so he will know how to put on put back on the chat there on the system. But something gotta be wrong. Oh boy. So then the lines are open, eh? The number is call 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call or send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? Let us know, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh boy. Well, the first call for the morning will be Mr. Tuna Puna. Yes. And get them a one caller segment, Mr. Tuna Puna. But if they ain't calling, and you calling and getting through, I can't stop here. I can't stop here at all. You call and make it your contributions. Don't want to complain, but they ain't calling. Watch. Look at saying the lines open. Look, I ain't saying Mr. Tuna Puna. I ain't saying him. Trinidad and Tobago and all of them who don't like to hear Mr. Tuna Puna contribution because they find his talk too long. And why any man get in? And why you taking so much call from Mr. Tuna Puna? And why this, why that? Look, right now he's ringing. Look at showing on him. I ain't taking no call. I ain't taking the call. Let me see if all you will call. Understand? Morning caller.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Nice one. Let me see how many people will call before Tuna Puna get through. Let me see. Go ahead, caller.
New day dawning. New day dawn. The leader of not just the United States is being sworn in today, but the leader of the free world. Right? And it is Trinidad and Tobago's choice, you the people, regardless of who is Prime Minister or not. It is up to you to take the opportunity to see if you will make this, or make Trinidad and Tobago, part of the sane world, and I say sane, not insane, but the sane world for what is happening today. And as a matter of fact, I just got out of the elevator with a couple from New Zealand. As a matter of fact, I am here at ground zero, as we call it. I am in Washington right now. And you see, I'm still a Trinity to the bone, regardless of what some of the haters have to say. Okay?
Let me send a video. Let me see what's going on there.
Before I do, hold on. Before I do, Puerto Rico is still a part of the United States. It is still a state of the United States, just like Samoa and other regions. Okay? Each state, Puerto Rico is a state. Each state is like a little country of their own. There is a Democrat Party and there's a Republican Party in Puerto Rico. It's very easy to see how Puerto Rico votes, but that's okay.
How Puerto Rico votes?
Is there there is some difference? There is some
Democrat, of course, that's how they vote.
Is there any difference?
Listen to me. I am in a wonderful place I'm based right now, okay, in a wonderful place called the Commonwealth of Virginia. Right? How Virginia votes? Blue Democrat. However, a Democrat in Virginia is no way like a Democrat in Laventille East. Anybody on the East Coast? I call Laventille East, which is New York. And a Democrat in California, right, is not like a typical Democrat that you would have, right, in maybe a Democrat in Virginia of the few places we know of, right? I call the West Coast Laventille West. Okay? So we know how they vote. And Lennox, good morning to you, sir. Don't want to be rude. But thank you for all the work that you've been doing in the whole of Laventille, whether it's east or west. Because, and I say this with no malice, I do not carry a UNC nor PNM party card. Okay? I am a proud Trinbagonian living in the United States. Okay? But if you, and if people don't get it.
He didn't say you're talking stupidness. When you talk about Democrat in New York, different to Democrat, this, that, online here, I just talk my mind. Hayden Joseph say, that caller talking bull.
Yeah, I know he would say that because see, the doctor is in the house. By the way, I want to say to that person, the doctor is in the house. I know you're suffering from TDS, Trump Dementia Syndrome. When you bounce your toe, you don't say, "Oh God." When you bounce your toe, you just say, "Oh Trump, blame Trump for everything wrong." Okay, but you know what? I am first and foremost neither a Democrat nor Republican, but a true Trinbagonian human. Oh, if you want to
see this.
in America.
Between Trump and Kamala, who you vote for?
Well, I'll answer a question for you.
Right, but answer it one time, man, because you're telling me about you're not this, you're not that.
I'll answer a question. I voted for Donald Trump.
All right.
He wasn't my cup of tea, so to speak. But you know, like Paul and a number of others, you could open the Bible and find. And even Jesus himself, when he came, you think he went to the Pharisees and the scribes, those who thought that they were closer to God than anybody else? No, he came to the sinners. And they took Saul, remember Saul, who became Paul? He used to kill Christians. God has a way of working when, you know, you don't always pick the person who may be what you call righteous or whatever. Donald Trump is human. He has his faults like everybody else. But the fact is, God intervened here. Right? When everybody...
Yes.
When everybody was saying...
You're watching the chat there, boy? All of them cussing in there right now on the chat, you know? Everybody...
I know they're cursing, but that's okay. You see, that is okay.
Oh,
fine. You're free to curse. It's an open forum. Okay?
They don't like when you talk about Donald Trump this morning, yeah, boy?
Hey, but listen to me. I tell you what's my cup of tea. You know who I wanted to be president?
Who?
And you know who will make to me will make a greater president? The best governor in the whole United States, closer to Trinidad. His name is Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis?
Yes.
All right.
That's right. But you see, here what happened. It is what it is. I had a choice between choosing the orange man, right? Or choosing the laughing hyena Harris.
Oh, God.
Ask her a question and say something like, so what will you do about the border, Mrs. Harris? I know what her answer is. I come from the middle class, you know. Give me a break.
Oh,
And listen to me. You think it's only Republicans voting for Donald Trump?
I know them again now. You say Harris, when you ask your question,
Democrats voted for Donald Trump too.
I know, but watch.
Democrats
But just hold on, just now.
I don't want to take up your life.
I know, you ain't taking it up. You ain't taking it up. Listen, I ain't where you go yet.
People will pay for. I want to give you something. People will pay for. Find somebody, and I'll show you how to have them call us here. Get another Trinbagonian, and get a Democrat a Democrat. A Democrat hack to call in on the show. I'll be your ground guy, not for Democrat or Republican, but for people who are decent humans. But for me, I want to let you know this.
Nobody ready for the yet.
Also voted for Donald Trump. He couldn't win the presidency with just Republican votes. All right.
So, I won't go yet. But listen, I won't go yet. Because I ain't ready to go yet.
No, I ain't going away. I hear. Listen, I hear in ground zero. I work in it now.
All right. Yeah, we say. Don't forget you to send the video for me. Let me see how ground zero looking right now. Right? You send it out, put it up, let everybody see.
Ground zero looking right now.
Yeah. How people looking, they're going to support Chunk and
listen to me. It's very easy. Just be open-minded, and you will see how ground zero. When I say ground zero,
now I want from you because I don't know if you're lying or not. I don't know if you're really on ground zero or what. If I don't want to go to CNN, BBC, I can go there and see how ground zero. I want to see ground zero from you.
I'm not saying go to Fox. I'm not going from CNN or whatever. Right? However, you want to say I'm lying? No, you see, here's what. There is a reason why, right?
You can't flip it?
Due to professional reasons, I have to tell you, I have to get the okay to go and do this and come out and what do you want me to do? Show you what?
Let me see the people going into and waiting for Trump to guide it up all the thing.
No. When I tell you I am on ground zero, I am not. You know what the temperature is out here? Listen to me, man. Listen to me. People, let's educate ourselves. Do you know a day like today, the last time you had a day like today, where you are warned, don't go outside, the freezing temperatures to the point of you could die out there. Do you know that the president, after he did his inauguration, on a morning like this, he was dead 2 months after?
Who are president of America?
Not going downtown.
Are president of America?
I'm telling you, it's bad. Listen to me, it will be like something.
Yeah, I understand that they have moved the exercise indoors. I suspect it's because of the
correct, yes.
Yeah.
Alright, but watch, before you go.
From the outside.
Alright, it's my turn to talk now. You say you had some support 132. You say Kamala Harris. You didn't like she because if you ask your question, go ahead, let me hear. You ask your question, how she just do again, and then I want to hear if you ask Donald Trump a question, how he just speak.
Harris, Mrs. Harris, what are you going to do about the situation with the border? You know the saying that a country is not a country, or a state is not a state, unless they control their borders. What is your answer, and what do you do if you become president to stop the influx and unvetting of individuals, any and everybody coming across the border? How will you address that? Well, you know, I come from a middle class family. Really? Ask Donald Trump.
Right. Ask Donald Trump. Let me hear what Donald Trump will say. Let me hear.
Well, you know Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will go, oh, fabulous. What I'll do, I'll shut it down. You're here to kill, to rape, and not become part of the shining city of the hill. Not only I'll put you either in Guantanamo, I'll let you spend some time in high security prison, not fed. I'll leave it there first, and then I'll send you back. I'll let old Tom do it. What's the guy's name? Tom Hanselman. Tell me, who would you choose to be your president? With something like that. It's obvious, but here's the major reason why.
So all them who criticizing you there, them choose. Oh, I'm from
Laughing hyena jackass.
All right, let me go.
Laughing hyena jackass Harris.
All right, remember we are Gael, so we gotta be very careful, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, laughing donkey. I'm sorry.
Oh, right.
And by the way, you know why they lost the election? Look at a place like Virginia. You know Virginia, blue as it is, Democrat as it is. You know who is the governor of Virginia?
Who?
A guy, right? Oh, wow, having a Joe Biden moment here. Hold on. Anyway, so, the guy who is the governor of Virginia right now, hey, Lennox, use the backup. Put him up there for us.
Hey, Lennox is the backup.
A Republican.
All right.
Yeah. He writes shotgun for me when I have a Joe Biden moments.
All right.
Hey,
well, Lennox Smith advising people on in the states here too, right?
Republican. Right?
What the hell is this?
And listen, you think it's only Republicans had to vote just like for Trump? Only Republicans voted for him? No, you needed Democrats too. And guess who is the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia? Hoorah! You know who says hoorah? Marines. You know who?
Who's
A
that?
black woman called Winsome Sears from Jamaica. Right? And you know why Virginia has a governor, right? And a lieutenant governor, Republican? Because you see, your little boy and little girl, right? Especially for all of those fellas in them who cussing and saying, oh, he talking shit for this, right? Go get your male jewels back from Kamala Harris, because they want your little girl and your little boy, when they go to school and they show them the books and everything, telling them it's okay. If you feel to be a girl, feel free, little boy, and instead of being Billy, we'll call you Beyonce.
Oh boy. All right, I go. Remember when you're talking like that, them own the YouTube, them own Facebook thing. They just get touchy and then it's bang you.
But of course.
There isn't where you talk about that kind of thing. So let me don't talk about that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I was trying to show you that it is. Yeah.
The powerful, the real powerful.
Media carefully, but yeah, they're powerful. And that's why legacy media, you all, this show, the Ground Report, and others, you're not part of legacy media. You will never get, at least under this PNM government, you will never get an opportunity to go to their press conferences. Right? Because you see, We're right.
Right, but when UNC get in
You are
power,
not
we will be able to go press conferences and ask them the right questions too. And let me see if they will play the point we out and get on like rowdy them. And they're not like that. Because we were in media under their reign. And when we call them to give a account, they used to answer the phone and give an
So
account.
the media, let me tell you something. You see the media is also part of the problem and not the solution, just like in Trinidad, right? And the thing about it is that the media, instead of doing real news, they don't do that. They try to influence you with their opinions. So we have the same thing, and that's why when everybody, everybody, part of legacy media was saying everything bad about Trump, right? And Republicans, so to speak, and the best.
All right, but watch. I had to let you go now because watch. Raj from Orlando calling. That's the one who just call people that are.
Oh, good.
So and he don't like Trump, So I don't know what we're gonna say about you, boy. So let me just take Raj call now because before only ringing. Talk to Raj.
Andy, just by way of following up on Puerto Rico, yes, the Puerto Ricans, as we said, are United States citizens, but they cannot vote for the president or senators.
Right.
Puerto Rico has
but they still have
in Congress called resident commissioner, and Puerto Rico's resident commissioner can't vote except in a symbolic way, and a number of other things. That is what I was referring to. I know that there is some limit to the under the Constitution,
right?
As citizens of the United States.
Right. Guess your message, Raj, quick, because I take some calls, caller.
Okay.
Because Raj calling, man, regularly. I never see he calling so much. Raj real calling. I don't know why he calling so much. You say Kamala is laughing. What about the border?
That's a major impediment.
That's a serious impediment. You can't vote for president? My God, that is a real major impediment. And you're part of the United States. It are united about that. And why he could vote for president?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me take the calls here. The man say Lennox Smith, he had a choice when he asked Kamala Harris, what about the border? Oh my God. Morning caller.
Well, she did stutter and fumble on that.
Andy?
Yeah, we listening, Raj. Orlando, go ahead.
Listen to me. You listen to that Garaha from New York. A man doing no Puerto Rican cannot vote for the presidency. I keep telling you all the time, I send you a text message. Puerto Ricans do not vote for presidency. They do anything but do not vote for the president. The guy talking, he cannot come out in New York and take picture. But I live in Boston for 17 years with 0 minus 40 degrees. And I come out and take picture and videotape and all that. What kind of idiot that guy is? When he's a national security guy, he can't come out. He walked in the damn elevator. He's an elevator man, push button, right up to the third floor, come back to the second floor. What are you talking about? He's the guy that got a heart. Tell him all. The guy plays dead to catch Cobra alive. You don't know what he's talking. He wants information and he's a true treaty. But man, I live in Boston for 17 years. I went to college in 17 years. I live in Boston. But there's minus 10 degrees and way colder than New York and New Jersey, wherever you live in the basement. So we can't go and take pictures and this crappy we talking and calling the radio station. And Canada can't talk and all over the world border they'll have a problem. All over the world. And let's hope that after 4 years Donald Trump could keep the country in one piece. Because this man is an idiot, Donald Trump. He's a guy that had to. Because he think he could take over Canada, he could take over Greenland. The man can't buy shit. You know what you can do? You are not in a country like you are not in 22 businesses you have. All the casino you have in New Jersey where I've been to. You run it down the drain. Which casino went bankrupt? Any casino in the world went bankrupt, but Donald Trump casino went bankrupt. So this Garaha who does he talk, this donkey, this idiot in New York. And he give me all this time to talk, set a crap, can't take a picture and send you. You know he talking crap, right? I'm telling you. I live in Massachusetts for all these years. Okay? And I went in, right now Florida is so cold. I had to wear coat to go to work. This idiot and he can go take a picture. I got
Nobody might be working national security, so it will be against the code.
Andy, my nephew work national. My nephew had a government pass to go through TSC and all over the place without being checked. My nephew. He's a software engineer for one of the biggest companies that built the bomb, Lockheed Martin. my nephew, and he could go and take a picture right now and send it to you about it, how cold it is in Boston. So get this gara idiot calling from New York telling you, but he saying that it can go over like that's what he is. He knows nothing. He tried to figure it out. He just found out about your station, so he think he falling, give me a break. I mean, you guys say yes. So anyhow, we need to get rid of Rowley. Let's do focus on this idiot Rowley. We have a jackass here, Donald Trump. We will take care. He will thank God. Let him run the country. Hopefully, he will run it down the drain. Let's hope. I'm praying. He will run it down the drain. He get a healthy economy, the best economy you could get in all these G7 countries. Our economy, the best. Unemployment is 4%. Let's see when you leave it, what you leave it at. This idiot from New York. I just hate to hear the guy Professor Talove. Talk smart, my friend. Andy, locked out, and let's get rid of Ronnie. Talk to you later, Andy.
All right, we go to aye. Yeah.
I get in a sense of people are either regretful, that they would have been wrong, or
But the man ain't started work yet, eh? He ain't started work yet. Let me see.
and others are thumping their fingers and so on into the wound of others. I get that kind of animosity, that kind of antagonism. But it is healthy. It is part, of course, of the democratic process. All there's only one. There could be only one president. And of course, somebody has to win, and that is now on the Republican side. But of course, on the next occasion, you never could tell, because prior to that, of course, the Democrats would have had their president, of course, in the White House. So we have to play it for what it is.
We have to play it for what it is.
Reality, Trump is now in charge, and I am in agreement that he is, of course, the most powerful man in the and head of the free world. And let's see how things pans out.
Nice. So again, Brian Harris move God prayer back from the Bible, or if it go again, all you have to call in. The numbers right there. The next caller coming on here is Tunapuna. Look at that and say, man, he just gave the wave yet. Because he was the only one calling after those two foreigners debating Dada and whatever, all that thing, and who does laugh and talk. But all the Trinidadians saying, let me keep the issue. Hey, like some people, like Miss Ann Brown say, thank you, caller. Well, for fixing up that one. Bring up some topics we will glad to discuss. But they wouldn't call in, remember, real Jack caller. All right, let me see, camera, boom, right. Lee, so right. What Lee so right about? Dotish caller. All right, look, we going around. All right, why Raj ain't Hoshi big? Oh my God, Biden. Fuck the American, but the country mash it up, right, and bashing Trump, right. Puerto Rico is not considered a state in the United States. All right, somebody send that. Thank you, caller. Donald Trump is a caca, right, and that's how it go. But where is the callers that want to raise the issues in Trinidad and Tobago? If them taking their time, their energy to bring their topic and to make sure they get their topics across, why all you white easy? It's like all you just want to pick a leader, all you want to call an election, all you just want a leader just born boom. No! All you have issues in Trinidad and Tobago that all you don't find, all you're supposed to be hearing all that foreign talk and foreign issues. Get into the program and raise all the issues. All you too lazy, all you always like people to work for you. And then when I open the line for Mr. Tunapuna now, who will ring and come and raise the issues, somebody will be, look at the matter Tunapuna get in. But why he talking so long? And why this, why that? And look, the lines open for them right now, Lennox Smith. And them Dada and them out there wouldn't call. Ah, boy, let me. Morning, Mr. Tunapuna, morning. What's your lovely issue this morning? What's your topic, my brother? We know you just picked some serious topics. Go ahead, Mr. Tunapuna. And who vexed loss?
Good morning from report Tunapuna fellas here. Mikey, Andy. Mikey, Andy, sometimes you might have good. My wife just laugh when she hears you say that. You make statement, give me the phone. Andy, let me tell you something, brother. I have serious medical problems. I am supposed to take my breakfast early and take my medication. As a consequence of my calling in this program, I just only taking my medication because I just so want to call in and make my contribution. I could just pack up and just say, make no call, Andy. But boy, I have an addiction to the program and to my country. I want to see things go right. Now, let me come down to my contribution now. And I just say, I just appeal to my people. When I'm making my contribution, I deal with issues, things that are published in the papers, and that is very questionable. Think of a lot of ambiguity, Lennox, that people could query. And I'd start off with this. You remember, Andy, why I'm saying this? I see now that Kid Rowley, I'll tell you, shot call by the business sector for him to stand down. Right? Because he is one that disgraced this country. He has crashed the economy. And you always talk about Trinidad and Tobago, our best and trading partner is America. You remember the statement when the last U.S. ambassador was Mondelo, when Rowley said that our preferred trading partner was China, Lennox?
He did go back to the United States and make that on one of the networks there, yeah.
Right. No,
he did.
Why I'm saying this is this. I am laughing. I see that they give it the former U.S. ambassador, Candice Bond, one of our highest awards, the gold medal. I mean, let me be real. What, we don't have a national who is deserving of that award? And my preferred candidate for that award would have been the Auditor General, Jayanti Ramdas or whatever, yeah? I would have given her because she stand up in defense of the country, where our economy is crashed, where she has exposed the government to blatant corruption and whatnot, no accountability with all the state enterprises and different ministries and whatnot. I think that woman's supposed to be given the highest award. How the hell, you know why they gave Candice Bond that for? Because she helped them to get that agreement to get drug with America. Because what I am reading is, because tell me what has she done in terms of, to say, establish anything that could benefit Trinidad in a real meaningful way. Nothing. Because, as I say, Rowley and them, anybody who could support Rowley and them and make them look good because you had force, the fella, the Nelson fella, who wanted to lie against Rambin and Ram Logan, and they awarded monies. Then you had the issue with this Frederick fella from the Howard University, who gave doctorate to Rowley, and then Rowley and them now come and give him a high award. And you see a similar situation with Candice Bond. Anybody who could do the dirty work for Kid Rowley and the PNM government, they are being rewarded. And I am saying this, you see, Amory Brown and them to the fanfare of this thing with granting this award. Amory Brown, you are a failure. You are a failure. You were rejected by the selection committee to go up as a candidate because they say you got nothing from none of the party groups. So therefore you are a failure. And when you and the Chief Justice and all of you could select Candice Bond to give a highest award in Trinidad and Tobago, something had to be really wrong with all you. Lennox, I don't look if you're reading the papers. You see what is going on with the procurement regulator thing, Lennox? Andy? Nothing is in place. You water down the damn thing and whatnot and thing, and the procurement regulator is telling you, hey, nothing is working. And nobody has been, none of some of the ministries have not prepared anything to do, to confine to the rules and regulations of the procurement regulations. So it just goes to show you the madness that is taking place in this country. This comes just like the property tax and the revenue authority and all that.
That is so true, Mr. Tunapuna, and I'm glad that Lennox and yourself have at least 10 minutes to talk and debate and bring those issues forward. Lennox, you will read between the lines. So you have a 10 minutes to just talk and brace and bring those issues there forward. Go ahead, Lennox, you on screen, eh? Go ahead, Mr. Tunapuna.
Yeah,
Because
because
right now,
the procurement regulator is saying that they are not certain as to what role they can play with respect, of course, to the sale or the renting or leasing of the of the oil refinery, and I find it very troubling. But go ahead, Mr. Tanapuna.
so Lennox, this is a content that I want citizens to understand. You have a government who's operating like a mafia, and though they own Trinidad and Tobago, and they want to sell the state assets. And let me tell you something. Right now, they're broken for money. So they are prepared to sell out all the assets of people and to get money, and they will undersell the because Paul may not have been informed voting and lying to this population. Just last week, they had a nice outlook paid by Moody's for the economy is this and that and what have you, the country, is booming. Let's put it this way, he talk. But then you can't pay the VAT refunds. You cannot pay, public service things, the increase in the negotiation and all this thing. How the hell your revenue you could boast about it? And then you have an article here, Lennox. Let me read. People, I want others to understand. And hear what the article says. This is Friday Express, page 10. Delays to VAT refund until January 34th. This was budgeted in the last thing to pay the VAT refund. It went to December. No, you can't pay it. No, you're going to January. But here why I'm saying this, Here what the article starts. A drop in revenue expected from the energy sector hinder the government's ability to pay value-added tax refunds owed to small and medium-sized enterprises, finance minister. Or they shut down the blasted refinery where we're getting the revenue from, and because of what fictitious reason, whether it's for the lie on fraudulent activities that was taking place between the Prime Minister and his good friend, A&P drilling and whatnot. And all they shut it down. And now what they call crying out about what? Well, they've been hindered by the drop in revenue from the energy sector. Well, that was our main source, our lifeblood. Lennox, something had to be really wrong, as I say. They ought to be...
You're quite right, Mr. Tanapuna, because, I mean, we see these conflicting statements coming either by one person or several persons. One day, of course, the Minister of National Security will tell us that the bandits and the criminals are on the run. The next day, of course, the Prime Minister will now tell us that the police are locking themselves up in stations in order to defend themselves against the bandits and the criminal elements. And then, of course, Imbert will have told us at the presentation of the 2025 budget that everything is honky-dory, and then of course he sends to the court because of course they wanted to find out why it is that you are so desperate about the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority. He sends it there and says, well, listen, things are real bad, and therefore there's a need, of course, to have this measure implemented quickly in order, of course, to save Trinidad and Tobago. And then again, Wise, of course, notwithstanding what he said in the budget statement, you have Rowley saying, well, listen, it's not until 2027 that, of course, relief will come to the population. But that was also said, that two-year interval was also said when he took government in 2020, when he said, well, listen, we have 2 years of hardship, so that would have been 2021. Let's give him until 22, and yet still 2 years after that, you're still saying you want another 2 years to 2027. So we know that these people are totally out of it. They say things for saying sake, and it does not have any relationship, any nexus between the reality of our circumstance as a country and, of course, the quality of life and standard of living and what they say as policymakers and as people who would have taken an oath to manage the affairs of the country in our best interest. So it is clear.
And
So what you are saying is well placed, and of course I think that the general population is now fully aware of the shenanigans and the incompetence and impotence of this administration. Of course, Rowley leaving is irrelevant, but of course I suppose he is leaving because in comes, of course, Donald Trump. Go ahead, my friend. I know that you have some
yeah,
more information you want
Lennox,
to share with us.
what I say is keep lying to this population. Rowley import and all you. Short young all your whole government. Keep lying to the population. And I tell you why I'm saying this, now. I crave it
Go
on
ahead.
electoral time. I crave it on electoral time because here why? $3.4 billion cannot be accounted for by the Minister of Finance. You divide the Auditor General from going into the central bank to rectify that situation by the checking system and what have you. You blame it on what? Public servants and then sending wrong information and what have you. You
And
blame it on
a new system
computer
of
right.
monitoring.
Right.
They also blamed it on that the newly instituted some digital system. It was supposed to improve, but instead, of course, it has
It
brought more
was
questions than answers.
right. And apart from that, the Privy Council asked this pertinent question: why is it that the Minister of Finance not being investigated? Huh? Why? And you see, we have to ask the question this long because here it is on the Saturday Express page 10. Imbad hails TNT close to zero inflation. Eh? And here we say the rate of inflation in this country is by December 2024 was 0.5%. Lennox, you realize we catching the tail here. We can get foreign exchange. The economy crash. Huh? Goods and services that's very high. Every week or every day, the price of goods and services going up and all of that and things. Huh? And you trying to tell people that what inflation is down to 0.5%, almost to zero. But then I'll tell you something.
Well, let's if we had to take his word for it, then there is an explanation for that. Of course, the classic definition of inflation is paying more for less or paying more for the same thing, the same items. All right, but if you have a situation where there is no employment, people are not buying, and businesses have their goods on the shelf, they may well leave it or put a lower markup in order to get it to move because people are not buying. And in such circumstance, you can also have low inflation because people are not buying. But of course, if the economy is vibrant and dynamic, you may well be subjected to an overheating of the economy. And so, because of course, more money is running behind less goods because the question of supply and demand. But in the context of Trinidad and Tobago, it appears that goods are remaining on the shelf and people don't have money to buy. And so, of course, businessmen, they have to make a living. They have to keep their businesses surviving. And so, of course, they either keep the price there or lower it. But of course, we know the reality is, as you rightly said, that prices are going up, and yet still, of course, you are talking about a lowering of inflation. I mean, that to me is a disconnect between reality and what's up. Because it depends on who you talk to. You know, if you talk to the economists and whether UE and so on, they will tell you a different story to what Imbud is trying to sell.
Lennox, let me tell you something, brother. I am saying this because I'll tell you this. You see, all them economists, so-called economists and political analysts and all of them is a waste of blasted time. Because all of them, they would not want to come out and speak out because they are afraid of losing their job.
Yeah,
Within the
that is
university.
unfortunate. Very
You
unfortunate, yeah.
understand? They don't have
Timely intervention is crucial in circumstances such as ours because the sensitivity and the volatility element will be so disastrous in terms of making some kind of some kind of adjustments. And it's human situations. His whole institutions have to make adjustments. And when you have bad timing, as is the case with Trinidad and Tobago, and then of course you are heading for decadence. You are heading for, of course, the abyss of almost no return. Thank God we have a group of individuals under the UNC and of course tried and tested Kamala Prasad Bissessa, who of course have been creative between 2010 and 2015 to bring Trinidad and Tobago out of the morass and the decadence that Rowley and of course his minions have brought the country. And thank God as well, it is the final year of that kind of mismanagement, corruption, nepotism, and cronyism that clearly cannot be sustained, will not be sustained, and is not, of course, a healthy thing for Trinidad and Tobago.
No, Lennox, I want to wrap up, Andy. The reason why I make this statement, because when you have
Uh-huh.
institutions that's supposed to be the watchdog of this country, like the Security and Exchange Commission,
Right.
and all these institutions, the Financial Intelligence Unit, and them, all of them who just have a big job, getting a big pay, and nobody don't want blasted thing. Same thing like these economists and all them people. Because if these people who are the so-called educators, if all of them did speak on all the years gone by, when the Kamla Prasad Bissessa, it was raising the UNC, all these issues that it relates for the last 10 years, that they blundered and the squandermania and the corruption and what have you, the violation of the constitution and all these things by this government. We won't be in this predicament, but as I say, everybody, because I just always tell you something. One of the greatest calypsos that is sung in this country, but by Winston Bailey, the Mighty Shadow, scratch me back for me. And that is how this country is run. I will do you a favor, you do me a favor, I will scratch your back for you, I will reward you. And this is what is happening throughout this country, you know? Because I'll tell you why I'm saying this. I saw on the papers, when you see now Robert Riley from the PTT are going to Massey, right? I see another fella, some Maraj fella from the banking sector are now going to Massey and what else. Understand enough. These fellas are then set up these shots. They set up these shots because these fellas are then looking upon their retirement. They will have big positions with big conglomerates. Understand? And we are seeing that these people really never had the interest of the country at heart. What they really wanted to do was to fix these big companies so that in the end they could get a big job. And I want to remind people something. Mary King article last week about the economy. And she said that if the government sooner or later will have to cut back on mega projects and whatnot, which as a consequence could have a reduction on unemployment and all these kind of things, you know, because factor the economy and whatnot and things. But you see, I always remember a statement made by Coleman, but some years ago when the question of the revenue and stabilization fund was put to him. And you know what his response was? I remember this very vividly. He said that is not a trophy, the revenue and stabilization fund, to be in and asking so much. It is there to
Yes, I remember that statement distinctly,
right?
yes.
So you have not generated no form of revenue, none. But all you keep going down into the revenue and stabilization fund. And to add to it, to come and lie to the population and tell them it is rebuilding, it is rebuilding. You know what they're doing? All you're borrowing money to replace it back, and then we have debts to pay. Let me tell you something. What we see here is criminal negligence by this government. And I just always remember the statement by Mr. Lynch, the man who had the Parliamentary Commission. And he said all of these people should be charged for corporate manslaughter. It is the same thing that this government, everybody should be found voting for corporate corruption. Clear out Golden Grove, clear out Carrera, and we have a whole government and their business associate, contractors, and all these people and them who had to go in there, you know, people from the business and banking sector and all of them. How come it is that you don't hear anything coming from the FIU and all these people as it relates to white-collar crime and all this kind of thing? Nobody has been charged for money laundering and all these things, you know? I mean, these are questions that need to be asked in any country, any civilized country. You would have big business people facing the courts. But you see, as I say, scratch me back for me. Because these things not coming to the forefront. Because then if they charge any of these people, they will have to expose who are their political connections and what what concessions they
People
would
have
give
got
to
there with us. Andy will rejoin us momentarily. But of course, we having a discourse on the economic circumstances that is impacting on the social and even the psychological health and salubriousness, for want of a better term, of the population. Of course, I take note of the fact that those regulatory institutions, whether it be, of course, the FIU, whether it be the Securities Exchange Commission, whether it be the procurement regulator, whether it be, of course, soon to be instituted the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority, whether these entities that are designed to provide, of course, the relevant checks and balances, including, of course, parliamentary, or put another way, joint select committees of the parliament, whether they are really and truly have the necessary teeth to, of course, secure the public's interest, is becoming more and more a serious question in Trinidad and Tobago. Because why it is that in spite of these institutions, well thought out, well-meaning, and why it is that we have such a dysfunctional economy, a dysfunctional, of course, government, a dysfunctional, let's say, public sector entities that are designed, of course, to pursue and to promote the public's interest and the public good, but instead what we are seeing is a deterioration. And of course, the explanation by Imbert, for example, as to why a VAT refund were not paid so long, of course, the manufacturers, in particular the business community, have been asking whether it be medium-sized or larger sized businesses. I mean, it is appalling to hear Imbert says that, listen, the refund that was given prior, of course, they came up with a formula that if you have 100,000 and below, of course, they will give you that cash. But if, of course, you have 100,000 and above, they will give you in bonds. I was appalled and amazed at the same time, and in a state, of course, of flummox. I mean, I just couldn't understand it. Why it is that you would say that when you gave the bonds, they liquidated it, meaning that they converted it into money, and it, of course, put pressure on the foreign exchange that we would have had. I just don't understand it. Is the payment being made, for example, VAT payment in US dollars? I don't know. And these are very important issues that we need to address. Why it is that you would say that those upstreamers in the oil industry and the petrochemical and the gas sectors, you have to explain to us, are these people VAT being paid in US money? And if they convert, of course, Trinidad money into US money to pay taxes. That is what he said. That is the logic I got from it. They convert utility money to pay taxes. I don't know. And if that is the case, how come there is a shortage? Because it means, therefore, you take from the right hand and you give it to the left hand, and therefore there is a cyclical or a circulatory mechanism that has been triggered. Why it is that you have a shortage of money to pay these people their VAT refund? And it's only because the manufacturers began to complain, even though you would have put up a facility through the Exim Bank for them to access in advance of getting pay from their importers or their customers abroad, meaning that the Exim Bank becomes the middleman, and what they will do for a fee, they will, of course, take on the responsibility of collecting from the local manufacturers who are exporting, they will take on the responsibility of collecting from their customers abroad, whilst they continue, of course, the business of producing the items that they produce for export and relieve them of that difficulty. It's a very complex thing to even understand, but I would like, of course, the minister and maybe those in authority, whether it be the Manning seem to be extremely silent, definitely so, on these very fundamental matters that are the buttress, or are supposed to be the buttress, or significant aspects of our economy. We need to know.
Lennox, this is why I'm making the point that when you talk about the Joint Select Committee, and when you hear people from the various institutions coming and appearing before the Joint Select Committee and making all kind of damn flimsy excuse for the failure to deliver goods and services, and also to give an explanation as to the spending of taxpayers' money and all of that, and people just going away scot-free. And the very same question you ask, where is the energy chamber taxpayer drive on them to ask all these relevant questions as they relate to the energy sector, you know? Where are they? Now look at just another issue again. I see now the state have to fork out a couple of $1 million to pay some of the workers who TSCT dismissed.
Oh yes, they were unfairly dismissed according to the industrial court in 2018, including, of course, the head of that particular union, the Communications Workers Union. Now go ahead. I just wanted to just insert that point.
Let me make one thing to you. I have no sympathy for that fellow they call Elder, the head of that union, because I remember very well when we were having one of our demonstrations, the ground report that is, in Port of Spain. The media asked him whether the union will be participating in that demonstration. He said, not me and them, we not be participating in nothing with that of that kind. I remember that very, very clear. You understand? So, I tell you, it will fall back to hurt them. It will fall back on them. And then, so they depend. Because what the ground report has been doing was to help them out in their situation, you know, Lennox.
Yeah.
They didn't realize that. But the point I'm making there, Lennox, is that all these things that we see taking place, where is the governor of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago in all this fiasco taking place? He has been found lying and wanting and cannot give account to what is happening with our country, with our economy and whatnot. And it's breaking for the government and call member the Minister of Finance and whatnot. Unless, as I said, there must be an independent, and I hope when Kamala Prasad them, when they get in government, this is something new that we have to introduce. We're going to set up an investigated committee, set up tribunal to investigate all these issues, retired judges, and then we're going to hire independent.
I concur because I mean it is bizarre, it is horrendous, it is inimical to the interests of the people to see that you have to go to court at this high-handed approach of this government, as if it's a bunch of dunderheads that, of course, manages the affairs of this country. You don't know that your common sense will tell you. You don't need a lawyer to tell you that. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that if you have unfairly dismissed a worker, that if the matter is taken to court, probably they're hoping because of the gun talk that they give, that they will not take it to court. Well, of course, the union did take the matter to court. It's over $5 million. I believe it is. In the case of Jawala, is $7 million. And of course, it is yet to be assessed. Those small businesses connected, of course, to the education facilities company, and I trust that some of them will call in, because here it is, they took the matter to court. These small 3 and 4 and 5 employee businesses and got a little contractor to repair schools and to paint a school and to, of course, repair maybe the toilet facilities and so on. And here it is, the education facilities company did not pay them. They went to court. They would have had to produce probative evidence to show that they did in fact do the job and that it is complete, and that the government is now owing the Rowley, and they, instead of course of calling these people and negotiating, decides to go to court and wind up. In other words, legally make it non-existent by winding up the company, the education facilities company, a company, by the way, that relies on the state, not that it has a source of income for itself, like, of course, Udicot, that has a sort of management fee. But the education facilities company has no such source of income. It strictly depends on the government. And of course, it is, and it has been, of course, the mechanism through which schools were built and physical plant improved and upgraded. And yet still, Rowley and they goes to court to wind up those companies. What does that message send to persons abroad who would like to invest in Trinidad and Tobago, quite apart from the fact that since Rowley came in, there has not been, of course, any direct, outside of the oil and gas sector, of course, any major direct investment in terms of foreign investment in the economy, and therefore the whole question of goodwill and the whole question of having faith in the economy and ease of doing business, all of those issues, Rowley and they have scuttled and have created an atmosphere in the business sector that says, listen, not me, I am not going to invest in that kind of situation where the government believes that it could be a badger, it could be a high-handed player. And of course, if it is owing its own citizens who would have toiled and who would have sacrificed and find the money and set up a business, and then of course to treat them in that way. I mean, no economy can run on a sustained basis, particularly when of course 60% of the employment in the private sector at least are dependent, of course, on small and medium businesses. This is a formula for total disaster, and that is what is unfolding on a daily basis in Trinidad and Tobago, notwithstanding the fact that for the first time the NGC made a loss, I think twice. For the first time, the Heritage and Stabilization Fund made no profit at all. And of course, you had the National Investment Fund, that too did not make a profit under this administration. And I mean, and we can go on, and the stories just suggest that we are in a shambolic state, that we are in a extremely deplorable state, and Rowley and they merely twiddling their fingers and their thumbs, and of course will not call election to remedy this situation and let the people make a decision as they continue, of course, to juggle for position within the PNM for power and for position, and obviously to, of course, get monies that they cannot or have not worked for, and generate, of course, the level of corruption and nepotism and cronyism that we are seeing unfolding and have been unfolding on a daily basis in Trinidad and Tobago. That is where we are, people. It is a very complex situation. I trust that people are following, because it's as if they have a compunction, not a compunction, but a tendency, a predisposition, a predilection for, of course, generating chaos, mayhem, incompetence, impotence, and then claim that it is not them, that of course it is somebody else. And the latest edition of course, addressing crime, quite apart from Rowley saying that when he denies when PNM is in government, he says it is rubbish that there are more murders. But yet still we are seeing record-breaking murders over the last 3 or 4 years of this government. More importantly, the latest edition is a state of emergency. But prior to that, it was of course the parents, it was of course the gangs, it was the police. It was of course a public health issue, and therefore spent $3 million in order to entertain, of course, our CARICOM brothers and sisters in high offices in these countries, on that illusion that at the end of the day has morphed into a state of emergency as we speak. And in those circumstances, still, you had, of course, a double murder, 2 double murders over the weekend, and we can go on and on. And I want to say the puppy showing of the population must come to an end, and they will see, because it appears that, of course, the police service appear to be in that cut of that cloth as well, to try to, of course, to mislead the population. We talked about, of course, last week, I believe it was, when, of course, 500 grams of marijuana, I believe it was, and we had to tell them 500 grams is just a pound. And, of course, we see only late last week, when, of course, they said that 40-something% reduction in crime. And they were doing that with respect to a single month. January ain't finished yet. At the time, it was about 14 murders. Of course, the same time last year would have been about 25, and they are claiming is a 14%, a 44% reduction. Well, over the weekend, two, so that percentage has now increased, and the month of January is not yet complete. No, speak the truth to the people and give the people the raw facts so that they could, of course, protect themselves, and don't say or do things to look good when in fact it's like spitting in the sky and it's falling back in your faces, because it simply does not make sense. So at the end of the month, we may well have a 25 murder, and what they will say now, that of course is 100% equal to same time last year, January. Come on. We have to find people in these high offices for which we are paying them well in order to be on the level with the population. And if they cannot do the job, get the hell out. Go ahead, my friend. Are you still there, Mr. Tanapuna?
No. So you all could, well, let's organize now, Lennox Smith. You can organize and open the lines. Yes, man.
Yes, so the lines are open. We were just engaging in a dialogue until Andy, till now that he has returned. I think quite a lot of material has been shared with the population, because these are complex matters that we have to engage. The economy is crucial for our survival as a people. So the lines are open. Andy, well, of course, you do your duty in terms of the numbers.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, the numbers to call 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120, or give us a WhatsApp call or send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. Again, the lines are open for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It was a long, hefty dialogue and deliberations between Lennox Smith and Mr. Tunapuna. Mr. Tunapuna, thanks so much for filling that gap at that point in time with Lennox, where you all had that very, very healthy debate. Nice. So let's go. The lines are open.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from, and what's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Finally.
Yes. I had to make a little errand, man. I had to. Oh boy, duty calls. Go ahead, man.
Okay. A pleasant good morning, Andy and Brown here. To your question this morning, if anyone was chosen for Rima, no one has been chosen as of today's date. Mr. Lennox, Mikey K,
Morning.
Director, our Gaia Family Workers Platform, and all on the live stream. Special good morning to Mother Bernie and family. Today's foreign news. We have two celebrations taking place in the US. It's the inauguration day. It's inauguration day for the incoming president, and it's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday today. Hello?
Yes, yes. Thank you
Wow.
very much
Okay.
for that information. It could, of course, Marcus
Birthday
Garvey,
today.
I think, posthumously was, of course, exonerated from any imposition that he would have had
Yes, by
while he was
by
alive.
by Mr. Biden before he left
Yes,
office. Birthday
yes.
today. This will be the second time these two events will be falling on the same day.
All right.
Moving on. I would like to say thank you to two of our most brilliant attorneys, Mr. Wayne Sturge and MP Saddam Hussein. Awesome presentation yesterday on our Sunday morning forum. I must say, UNC and proud. Next, our pavement report continues this Thursday, the 23rd of January, time 7 p.m., 21 Cali Bay Road, Couva. Please come out and support. We want to live better. When UNC wins, everybody wins. Have a great day, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
For that update on what is happening in the UNC. And the nomination, or should I say, continues? Are they going to be having any information on screening?
Oh, she got to answer that by
All right, okay.
Aunt Brown. Right, so if it is they didn't pick nobody for Rima or whoever, is it that nomination continues or what? What is the situation with that? Oh boy. Because I think they also didn't pick anyone
Because
for
I think
St. Augustine either. You
a
know.
very small percentage of the 41s, well, the 39 seats that are up for grabs in the next elections. I think about my last count would have been eight or nine candidates were selected.
Somebody say 19 murders in 20 days. All right, let me play some voice notes there now. Let me play some voice notes. Trinidad and Tobago was waiting for the calls.
So what the police will say now? What they will say? Oh gosh.
Yeah, but some people will say, why they listening to the program? They will say, but why is all you blaming the government for the murders? The government never get up in the morning and cause the murders, so why are they blaming the government? So people will say that.
That's a PNM Rowley argument because I'm sure that
They say Rowley never murder nobody. That's what they say.
They have a 10-point plan, and they were highly critical of Kamala Persad-Bissessar when she was at the helm, and he said that they have the solution to the problem and they could do better. So now do not abdicate your responsibility. That is a cop out, and those who listen to that, I think that they are either in fantasy island or they are very, very, I wouldn't even say disingenuous, I'll say dishonest if they're making that kind of statement at this point in time. The fact of the matter is that every party that wants to be in government must have a national security plan. It is called, of course, for election purposes, a manifesto, and of course that would have been in it. Apart from the campaign itself, that would have said that they could do better than Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and it turned out, of course, to be the worst thing ever.
Yes. Mikey, a pleasant good morning to you.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, I'm hearing you as well, my friend.
All right, yeah, pleasant good morning to you, my brother Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, Lennox Smith, as well as our technical director. Of course, our CARICOM brothers and sisters who are locked on across the region on Guile, the channel. Good morning, the diaspora out there in the UK, in North America, wherever you are. Good morning to you and Sister Al Tobago, and to all the ground reporters, the observers, the corridor transformers, all the folks, stakeholders. Good morning as well. Yes, yes, a lot is taking place. But it is what inauguration in the US. I think Kingsley may have gotten there. I'm not sure. Last time I spoke to him
Oh Lord.
on Friday, he was trying to get there. So I hope he got there. If he didn't, I know he will be watching it at the US Embassy this morning. So good morning to him and everyone who is checking that out this morning.
You inviting Kingsley to call in. All right, we hear you.
Well, I don't know if he made it. I spoke to him Friday morning. He said, Mikey, I'm trying to get there as best as he can. He said he lives in an area where people always jealous. People just jealous them. And he want to keep it low. So if he didn't make it, I know he will be, of course, be at the U.S. Embassy looking at it. And he, too, will be participating in the changing of the guards as the case goes. So good morning to everyone. What a big day.
Well, of course, Trump in and Rowley out. I wonder if there's a nexus.
But well,
We'll
you know,
soon know.
we will soon, we'll soon know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will soon know.
Right,
Because
but
it's Trump
remember-
on wheels. Yes, yes.
Remember, Donald Trump, who just talked to me with Trinidad, Donald Trump say he sent tickets to me and you and Mikey to come to the inauguration thing. Boom. I tell him, boy, how me Lennox? I say, Lennox, you get any ticket yet? So Kingsley gone. There's Donald Trump trying to mama guy me and Mikey and Lennox. So
Yeah, Kingsley is going for. But you know, looking at it, I mean, the fact of the matter, I don't know why people are trying to weigh in on that to see how best they could make sense of it. I mean, they had an elections. The transfer of power took place this time. Nobody had any problems. Smooth, and it makes sense compared to someone who is saying, "Listen, at first I didn't want the job, then you didn't want to leave the job. Now you're kind of leaving the job. You ain't too sure when you're leaving the job." I mean, that's what we're living with on a daily basis, you know. And I want to take, you know, the words of Dr. Rowley when he was challenging Manning, and he spoke about there's a special group of people who believe that they can dictate to them to do wrong. Go back and listen to it. That's what he said. We will not write it out. He said there's a group, a small group of individuals who want to be able to do wrongdoing and nobody must hold them accountable. That's what he said. Well, this morning we had to make it quite clear moving forward that we will not wait it out. We simply can't wait it out. I mean, come on, man. I mean, we're looking at other countries and seeing how things happen in the transition, people going to the polls. It makes sense. But right here in this Twin Island Republic, a man has failed. And then he has the audacity to tell you, listen, I want all my money, I had to go. But I have a next man who was with me all along while I was failing. A man who read the entire political playbook from me because I taught him everything he knows in politics. So he wants to put a next failure to take his work. But why? Why would we have to endure such behavior? You fail. You're a failure. We cannot wait this out. You mean to tell me we're going to allow this man to have his way, to call his shot, to govern the way he feels it necessary to govern, while we continue to just sit by and suffer? So we are just observers of injustice then. We have to hit the streets. We have to let them know, brother man, whether you're going today, you're going tomorrow, we are the deciding factor here. You can't just play musical chairs with the politics and the leadership and we just sit idly by and do nothing. Lennox, Andy, the listening public, the viewers, wherever you are, we cannot wait it out. We simply cannot wait it out. They had 9 years and they destroyed everything. Every independent office has been contaminated and compromised politically. You can imagine what the major plan is. And the same man that he put in there as the same failure that learned everything from him is telling you stand by, stand by. Listen, man, we've been standing by for more than 10 years, almost 10 years. What more is it that you couldn't offer then that you could offer now? You were there. You recuse yourself. The man you want to put there recuse himself numerous amount of times. And it's not for his constituents or for the citizens. It was for himself, his friends, his family, and of course, the financiers. We cannot wait it out. We cannot wait it out. I don't care what nobody say. We cannot wait it out.
Boy.
Speaking there, I remember, of course, Kamala Prasad Bisesa making the analogy about a poison tree or a poison plant. Well, the only thing a poison tree or poison plant could produce is a poison fruit. And if, of course, we have to put Stuart Young in that category because, of course, Rowley himself has proven to be, of course, a poison tree. I mean, that put it in perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you had a problem. You had a problem with Mr. Manning when you made it clear that a small group, a very small group of individuals want to go ahead with their wrongdoing, and they're telling you, which is the government, to turn a blind eye and let them go. And you said no. You said we cannot do that. As a matter of fact, you went on to say, we had to play it back, You went on to say something about the sacrifice and why many should be sacrificed for the benefit of a few.
Why must we sacrifice of that group and therefore suggesting that somehow he's making a sacrifice and he's being ill-treated, and now he gets into office and boy oh boy, he has created what he said that he was opposed to at one point in time.
We are to find back that, We are to find back that. Which one that is, boy? That we're talking, they always talking, they have it, but he's saying them thing live.
Yes. I'll try to send you the YouTube link there, but if you go on, when he said you will not write, he spoke about that small group.
Yeah.
He said that small group. So who's holding you to ransom now? Who's holding you to ransom to the point where you have to leave and put somebody else? What are you running from? You can't be such of a coward. What are you running from? You're getting the best pay. You're getting the best perks. You're getting the best travel allowance. You're getting the best, you name it, you're getting the best, you're eating the best, you're living the best, you have the best security 24/7. Where you leaving? You have the best healthcare, access to the best. You could go jump on a plane, go Texas, see a cardiologist, whoever tell about hand and bottom and all them doctors you could go and see. So why are you leaving? What small group that you said was controlling Manning, is that same small group controlling you? To the point where you had to run? But you won't hear them minions talk that, you won't hear Pastor Dunst talk that, and this next one talk that, you won't hear them talking that. No, the little minions wouldn't talk that because they have a convenient memory that, no, we can't forget. We are the ones who suffering, we can't forget. We were told that a small group was holding Manning and them to ransom. A small group asked for a meeting. And after that meeting with that small group, the bell rang, the election bell rang. What is the same small group you're talking about?
And he's only engaged in procrastination after procrastination, telling us that your internal matters as a PNM and your implosion scenario has nothing to do with the population. You are putting your own self-interest ahead of that of 1.5 million people minus that small grouping. How can that be right? How can that be just? And but I know that Rowley himself doesn't have a conscience, and clearly the seed doesn't fall far from the tree. So I do expect Stuart Young to have any conscience. But we the people must say enough is enough. They have, of course, not just betrayed, but they have abdicated their responsibility and decide, of course, to juggle for position within the party and leave us in limbo and the country on autopilot. And we have to respond.
And we must respond. One of the lines are open. And I'm going to call. And I'm going to play some voice notes there quick by the time there. Oh boy. All right. Let's get the first one going.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, the ground report in general, and the listening audience. Well, only two issues I've seen coming up that we are kind of keep our eyes and see what's going on. Is the is this steel pan on the coat of arms now, which is a good thing, as they say. No thing in that. But it will cost us a lot of money, maybe in the billions. Who knows? Because just to make the dye alone, but if that to change the money, that'll mold in dye and it is make the money with. That just cost almost close to a couple millions well just to make that dye. Just to chip it.
That's one thing called we never say that is a good thing on the ground report at all. We find that is nonsense at this point in time. Changing quarter ground, whether they put boat, pan, pea, whatever it go, there is no time for it. It makes no sense. Better to move the as Lennox Smith and all mentioned, the seven magnificent seven around the savannah and all those various things. So we think honestly, changing, moving the boats from the program and putting pan, that is nonsense. That's what we think is nonsense. It's a misfit at this point in time. It's of no use at this point in time. There are more things that they could deal with than that, and it would be very, very costly. Right. So let me continue with your voice note, boy.
She put it on it. So I don't know what to say really doing. But anyhow, it's just one of the things we had to deal with, just change our money, change our coat of arms, all legal documents, because sooner or later, when they're done pass it, so if that is it, I mean, everything wouldn't be valid, I think, because, they're coming down from the president. If the president have it, well, then it's official, and if it's coming down from anybody else, that coat of arms, I guess it's illegal or no forgery, but anyhow, that is just one. And the next thing is, well, we know, some people will say congratulations to Trump, and some people wouldn't. But let me think ahead. What about all this? He gonna make a sweep. So I guess in that dragnet, you might get a couple of Trinidadians in it. Are we preparing to bring them back home if some of them don't have family and put them in a place, fiance and say, greet them and try to see if we could, get them back up on their feet, because the guarantee they're going to be coming back home if that dragnet start to work from today. So let me see, hoping that the government be aware of this and put things in place for them, for all the deportees that coming back and those that who commit certain crimes and things, be aware of them and whatever, just don't let them filter back in, because that's just the next set of problems we go be getting again. And also, let me fix this thing quick before it actually started coming, All right, blessings everyone. All right, no problem.
I don't know if you could.
Hi, good morning, Ground Report.
I sent you the message, Andy.
Listeners and watchers, Andy, Lennox, Mikey, and the producer, St. Joseph here. I would just like to give my little 2 cents. The boss never asks anybody's opinion before they approve a design for the coat of arms. They ask Pancho and Bego, maybe. But in Pancho and Bego is only the executive talks for the people. They don't ask people opinion. In my opinion, I am not impressed. Any 10-year-old child could have drawn that. McFarlane could have done a better job. I'm sorry, I like Miss Bishop, but there was no tender. There was no slate of designs for people to pick from. It was a very unfair process, and we still don't know, because the man say she was getting an open check. We still don't know how much that will cost, the design alone, and then all the changes of all the paperwork, everything have to change, including the money again. No man, these people only know how to waste our money, and then they're telling us we don't have. Shucks, man, it's vexing this Monday morning. Have a good day.
Why should people be suckers?
as to allow others, wrongdoers, to prosper. That is what we're being called upon to do, colleagues. That's what we're called upon to do. And those of you who think that I'm being obstructionist and I'm being whatever you want to, what we are being called upon to do by a small clique of people in the country is to support wrongdoing, pretend not to know, and see if we can ride it out. We are not going to ride this out.
Lead it there. I don't know. Did you hear it clearly there, Lennox?
No, I only had a small portion of it, so maybe you can play it again.
Lands on the Princess Building ground. Not a soul in Port of Spain, in Belmont, in Car.
Very interesting.
So I'm going to play it now. I might just have to lower it a little bit so people will understand it. So let me just lower it a little bit. Let's try it. So Mikey, this is what now? Explain before we play there.
Well, this is what was said by Dr. Rowley when, of course, it was him versus Manning. A small group of people. When it comes to wrongdoers, listen to it, because we had to revisit these things and connect the dots, you know. This was never about country, you know.
And
This
inside
was
of that,
never about country, you know.
it was also a bleeding heart for people in Beetham, the Sealats, and Diego Martin.
Yes, yes.
One day's work, only Chinese.
Yeah, that's right. And we had to play it because, listen, we had to play it back. I don't know if Foster Cummings ever heard it. I don't know if Penelope Beckles ever heard it. I don't know if Dr. Amy Brown ever heard. That's what's happening. And Dr. Rowley had a problem back then about what was going on. And the fact that they were being held ransom to a small group of people who believe it's their God-given right to control and have everything. He had a problem back then. And as Lennox just said, that in those areas, PNM areas, not one person was getting a day's work. And when he came into office, rather than to make sure that that system changed, he told them to wean off the government. He told them to wean off the government.
Wean off, yeah. Love them.
Wean off. Love them then. Stood up for them. Was there in the trenches talking about the suffering. They didn't get one day's work. And when he came into office, he didn't put something there for them. He simply told them to wean off the government. Don't be on me. I had to get mine. I make it from Mason Hall to Whitehall by myself, not from the help of all you. All you never liked me. All you was never there to defend me or support me. I don't like all you. This was never about country. Never. So you have to have a clear picture going forward that nobody can come and bamboozle you and tell you otherwise. When it is that you say to yourself, you're looking to vote for these people, you can't vote. How could you? It's not about country. Go ahead, Andy. Listen carefully. Foster, if you're listening, somebody close to Foster, Penny, have a heart and listen to that. Amy Brown, who they're playing for political puppet. Listen to this. Listen.
Why should people be sacrificed so as to allow others, wrongdoers, to prosper? That is what we're being called upon to do, colleagues. This is being called upon to do. And those of you who think that I'm being obstructionist and I'm being whatever you want to, what we are being called upon to do by a small clique of people in the country is to support wrongdoing, pretend not to know, and see if we can ride it out. We are not going to ride this out.
A small clique of people.
$700 million worth of contract lands on the Princess Building ground. Not a soul in Port of Spain, in Belmont, in Cascade, in Laventine, Diego Martin got 1 day's work there. 100% Chinese work. Design, construction, materials, everything. And I am supposed to support that. And if I don't support it, I get myself slandered in and out of Parliament by my own Prime Minister. The PNM is on trial. Because those of us who were here and carried the O'Halloran stain, we cannot take the position that this is all talk. In 1986, when we went to campaign in my area, I was there. I don't know who else was there. I was there. And you're going door to door, and they're slamming doors in your face in Westmoorings, in Glencoe, in Bayshore, and all they tell you about is O'Halloran. And today, every school child in this country knows that there's something called Udicott, and it smells to the high heavens. It smells to the high heavens.
Everybody knows something also called everybody also knows there is something called petrotrin, and it smells to the highest and many other things.
Yeah, but the most important takeaway there is that he viewed himself and others as an obstructionist. That's what he's saying. So in other words, he was saying, listen, I am going to stand here in the gap for the people who deserve justice, and that's the citizens of this country. I am going to stand up. Foster won't stand up. Penny won't stand up. Amory won't stand up. But the man who they're working for, who played political music chairs, who sidelined them and decided to put the blue-eyed boy, he stood up. He stood up back then. A small clique of people. A small clique of individuals. That's what he said. A small clique. A clique. Was it the same clique that called Manning down to the meeting? Is it the same clique now that he had to run from? What is this clique? So who's really governing Trinidad and Tobago? If anything, he has exposed so much. He had a problem with a small clique. I wonder if people hearing this, boy. Penny, anybody close to Arima, wake up now, man. Understand we are voting for, you know. La Hoketa Talparo, understand we are voting for, you know. Well, Amy Brown is neither here nor there. But you have to understand it's a bunch of cowards. The leader running, and they refuse to stand up. The leader running, and before they stand up, the way he stood up to Manning, they're running. Why? What does he have on them? What were they promised? Were they bullied? Were they threatened? Understand this has nothing to do with country. Absolutely nothing. Whatever backdoor deals, whatever deal made under the table, it has nothing to do with the citizens of this country. It's about them and them themselves, and of course their friends, their family, and their finances. The small clique he had a problem with. He had a serious problem with them. I tell you, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, back then he was a corruption buster.
Oh, yes.
He was a stickler for morality and, of course, integrity, right and wrong in high places. Today, he's a corruption promoter.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Come, let me organize and finish off these voice notes.
Yeah,
man.
Yes. The defender has become the villain.
Yes.
Good morning, Ground Reports. Andy, Mikey, Lennox, producer. Good morning, everybody. Locked on and listening. This is really nonsense this government doing out here. Real nonsense, real nonsense, real nonsense. It can't stop. And unless that he don't get out of there, he going to have this country looking like a ghost town. He going to have this country people like paupers. You understand? The roads need fixing. I've been on the road. The roads need fixing. The roads, if you're dropping a pothole, your wheel mashing up. I seeing people putting up posts. You understand? Your wheel actually breaking out. We suffering. They're selling out all we goods. This man coming to sell this other place now. You understand? They're selling out we goods. They're selling out every single thing this country have. This man is a distressing, nasty, conniving. You don't have words to describe this man how nasty he is. You understand? Rowley need to go. Rowley need to get out of here. What he was grunting before he come out in power. He was fronting. He didn't have a black cent in his pocket. His mother and father never give him food and never give him nothing to eat and drink. He's grunting, so his eye open when he see money. Just imagine we need we back pay. We need we back pay. We need we money. He come and leave money in the treasury for we to get we back pay, and the man thief the money. We need we money. Come on now, man. Oh God, I'm fed up with these people and them, and they're distressing self. They're really distressing. They're over distressing now.
What kind of jackass that caller is?
Andy, Lennox, morning, Mikey. Andy, nobody, I believe I speak for a lot of us, nobody had a problem with Tunapuna's contribution, you know. It's the length of time he speaks as though he is the only one on the program. No, I know you say people are not calling in, but that doesn't give Tunapuna the right to talk and talk and talk and talk. At least come off the phone, because Santa Cruz, you don't ever have to stop Santa Cruz. Mikey K doesn't have to stop Santa Cruz, Miss Woodbrook. But somebody or other, you always have to cut in on Tunapuna because he doesn't want to stop. He jumps from one topic to another. He doesn't like to stop, Andy. That is the problem here. Thank you.
Morning, Andy and Lennox again. And to top it off, where the Soca Monarch is concerned, in its place, what did the businessmen and those sponsorship did for Trinidad and Tobago? They are getting themselves involved in sponsoring a Jamaican concept. You feel in Jamaica, they could cancel Sting and leave it off and bring a show with Marshall Montano around the time that Sting used to keep. We accept that as a people here in Trinidad and Tobago. We accept that. And because of that kind of weakness towards politicians and leaders in the country against our own art, our own culture, the things that make Jamaican entertainers build health center, build school, build bridges in the community that they come from. They do things in the community. How many of our soca entertainers, besides Marshall Montano, could do things like that for the community? They just cannot do anything for the community because whatever little they are getting, they cannot afford to do much because they have a life and a family. So please, once again, bring back the Soca Monarch, the power and the groovy, and we will go that far to bring back brass too as well. You understand? Taxpayers' money is going to fund it. The government have the right to find a way, the same way how to find a way to create the, you see the Heritage and Stabilization Fund? That money could be used towards these things because
yes, what he's trying to say is we used to have, all remember the popular Soca Monarch competition. We don't have that again. The PNM government technically crashed that from since Monroe time, the fireman. Right, and now on the same day that it's supposed to have Soca Monarch, which is Fantastic Friday, Vibes Cartel having a concert in Trinidad and Tobago. And when you check sponsorship, the sponsorship on them is local and plus government and everybody putting peace in that, spending money on foreigners. And look how we're going with the Soca Monarch, nothing. So understand that the gentleman is talking about. I'm going to go to the next voice note there.
Good morning, Andy, and all my friends at the Ground Report. Well, today is my big day when I become the 47th President of the great United States of America. I'm thankful for the opportunity yet again to serve the good people of my country and the free world. I'm giving the assurance that all the wrong from the last Biden and Kamala presidency will be made right in my new term as president. Which bring me to Nicolas Maduro and his illegal Venezuelan government. I'm coming for him and all the lawbreakers who are suffering the good people of Venezuela. I will also be investigating all the deals Maduro made with everyone in the Caribbean. This includes Dr. Rowley, Stuart Young, and the PNM. Yellow is now the code people. Let's be safe out there today.
Nice. Oh boy, that's the next one. Hey, don't forget to let Mikey organize. You see what's going on there. Need that to be fixed. Mikey, you got to get back on.
Andy, that argument will be the same thing as Biden calls immigration and people who close the border, people who close the border because they want better living, better life. That's the same argument you talk about already killing people. It's the same thing as because they tell you close the border, they could get killed, but they want a better life. So that's the same argument you're making, brother. Like with Takarika, come. It's the same thing with Rowley. Here we.
All right. That's all. Let me just finish that voice note there and I'll take some calls.
Responsible. So they blame Biden and Kamala. But let them blame Rowley too, all the dummy who make that argument.
Oh boy. Just now you're getting your opportunity.
PNM voters. It's the same argument you're making. We will see how good Trump will do. All right? Andy forgot. Actually.
Nice. I'm going to take some calls now. Morning caller.
Hello?
Yes, morning caller. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Yeah, Mount Hope.
From Mount Hope?
Yeah. Morning, everybody. Everyone. Now, all I have to say is that Trinidad under attack from long time. All right? From politicians, business people, and even some stupid Trinidadians. You understand? It have sensible Trinidadians in it, but it have a lot of stupid ones too. You understand? They will forget the culture and run down Jamaica culture. Now, you understand? They're talking like Jamaican, they're talking like American. You understand? So that's my contribution.
Okay, caller, thank you very much. I'm going to take our next call there. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning. Silver Fox here.
All right, Tobago, go ahead.
Yes, man. Good morning, Ravi, the postman, man. Ravi, you should be the prime minister and Rowley working for CPEC money, $20.50 per hour, right? Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we are facing our darkest hours. And we are still asking ourselves what we should do. What's going on? You know what we should do? Today, Trump take over. By next week, we should be on the street because Rowley and them would not be able to do what they want with Trump in power. We asking all kind of we don't know who we are, where we are. We know we are people too. What's wrong with us? Every day they're asking, why are we going through this pressure? Why are we going through this pressure? I don't know why we're going through this pressure. We are the wrong sort of people in power right now. They only think about themselves, their family, their finances, and we are suffering for that. These people are making us unhappy. Just imagine a man putting a next man as prime minister in this country. When you world ever hear that, oh, that is communist. We are not communists. We have to stand up for Trinidad. We have to stand up for Tobago. We always turning this carnival and this kind of thing. When the carnival done, we're still in the problem. We're still in the same problem. We have to put with boots on and come out on the street to stop this. Look, they're changing the money from Christopher Columbus to the pan. All right? We have to get money to change money. And we say the country don't have money. So this is not the time to do this kind of thing. But we don't care about the people. We only care about ourselves. Trinidad and Tobago and oh God, or watch yourself in the mirror, now, man. Ask where are we going from here? Where are we going? Which part we gonna live if we continue this way? Eh? Nobody all are asking what going on, how we gonna do this. Let me put our boots on and come out on the street and get rid of these people once and for all. And the people is the PNM. PNM. Rowley is part of the leader. He is the whole leader. He don't have all the say, right? Somebody behind is the one who ruling Trinidad and Tobago, not him. This 1%, right? Trinidad and Tobago, let us do the right thing. It's time to come out on the street. A time to stop talking. We talk enough. Talking and doing nothing to nobody. But actions speak louder than words. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Oh boy, let's get the other calls, man. Only make your calls. Oh boy, we have to take them calls one by one. So make all your calls.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
We must make government work for the people rather than have the people work to keep a government in place.
Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where calling from, and welcome to the Ground Report. Electricity gone in Mikey's part of the woods, so that's why he's not on, and the interruption there kind of interrupt Lennox Smith. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen. Calling from the Barrackpore.
Go ahead, the Barrackpore.
Gentlemen, I feel it's about time I have a little say on this coat of arms situation. Now, people might be upset with me and things, but I totally support, after this 10 years in government with PNM, I support the change of the coat of arms. And I think they put the appropriate symbol on the coat of arms to represent this 10 years of Rowley and governance in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, every country coat of arms have a history. It represents culture. It represents struggle, lifestyle, every single thing it represents. And after the 10 years Rowley governed this country, that pan represents exactly where we are today in the history of our country. Now, with the Christopher Columbus, the history that Christopher Columbus brought to this country, with the Spanish and them, they bring governance, they bring rule of law, they bring culture, they bring civility, they civilize a population, they bring a lifestyle that was governed by the queen and the king, and it had a format of how a country is supposed to run. And that is what the three ships represented from Christopher Columbus days on the coat of arms. That, hey, hear what? We discover this. Well, I know people could say that, oh, Christopher Columbus didn't discover. Let me put aside them dotish talk. We're talking about what the Spanish people brought to Trinidad and Tobago. They had a system that when they come to Trinidad and Tobago, they put that in place so that they could develop the country and have a certain lifestyle of law and order and paying your taxes and putting things in place for education and things. We could jump high, we could jump low. That is what the Spanish then brought to this country, and that is how they govern all over the world that they conquered, right? So they represented that in the coat of arms.
Yeah, but Christopher Columbus wasn't English.
Well, they were first, and then the English come and take over from them. So it was a similar type of structure then. So even when Christopher Columbus and then the British come and take over from them, the same structure remained, which was law and order and courts and all these kind of things. They bring civilization to uncivilized society then. So We had that to represent Trinidad and Tobago, that we come from this place, and now these people who govern and conquered Trinidad and Tobago, this is what they brought to the country. So we live under that coat of the thinking of the coat of arms. Together we aspire, together we achieve, and who are the ancestors and things. Let me go now to where the pan was birthed. Where the pan was birthed. The pan was birthed with hooliganism, gang, alcoholism, drug abuse, fighting between different sectors of the community. Tell me if I'm wrong, because when I do my little history and went to school and things, that's why I hear how the pan was built in Trinidad and Tobago. Is a sort of badge from this side, join up and fighting against that side and all this kind of thing. And that is exactly where we are today in this country. That is who we are now in this country under this 10 years of Rowley governance. We're fighting against each other, we're killing out each other. This territory can enter that territory, this pan man can go and beat in that pan man yard, and that is where we are today. So the pan on the coat of arms is the legacy of Rowley, where he has brought this country to war, hatred, bitterness, lawlessness, extortion, murder, killing, every single thing. But that symbol on that pan represents Rowley and the PNM government. It don't represent the part of Trinidad and Tobago that wants betterment and know where we came from to where we are today. How we work hard and struggle and follow the rule of law. We educated our children. We build with blood, sweat and tears to live a nice, peaceful, comfortable life in this Trinidad and Tobago. And this man in 10 years come and wipe out that, eliminate all that, and bring the pan man culture and lifestyle to govern this country now. And we are today in a state of emergency with 19 people being murdered in a state of emergency. One killing every single day, although it had 2 and 3 during the state of emergency. The home invasion continues. The robbery, the carjacking, the corruption, every single thing continues. So Rowley left his legacy of how he governed this country for the last 10 years. The pan man mentality. And who want to adopt that and take that as their coat of arms, that's their business. That don't represent me. Why he leave the steering wheel on the coat of arms? Why leave the crown on the coat of arms? Is that steering wheel there for the truck and them with us drive the load the pan them and steer them? I know that is a boat steering wheel. So I don't know what it is that represents. So you change the pan, but you leave the boat steering wheel of the 3 ship on the coat of arms still, and you leave the crown of the king on the coat of arms. How dotish of a country we could be with a leader like Rowley. And look how much money that is costing our country. Everybody in the world now would be looking at this coat of arms and say, but all you real dotish, boy. All you remove 3 ship of Columbus, but you leave the boat steering wheel and you leave the crown. So where really going on? All you are sure who all you really is, or that's why we confused in this country. We don't know who we really are in this country. We still African and Indian. We not Trinidadian. And we still have dotish people like Rowley. Got tell you one thing yesterday and come and tell you something today, and we got clap and support that and accept them kind of nonsense. And then we got come and want to kill we neighbor and fight on each other on the road and all this kind of thing, and don't realize that the real origin of the problem in Trinidad and Tobago, 1962, that little short idiot called Eric Williams sow a seed in this country that the roots and the tentacles are all over, and it is so hard now to get rid of that every single day we have to eat, sleep and breathe the dotishness of Eric Williams. And now we come and we crown it off with this idiot Rowley, where he come and he just destroy a country that had a future, that was going in a direction that we could say, hey, hear what? We are proud to be Trinidadians now. Now, how many people From the time you enter an airport anywhere in the world and you hand them and you see Trinidad and Tobago, they watch it differently, they ask a different question, they treat it differently. Trust me, I know. I just be traveling and seeing what's going on. That is the stain and the legacy this idiot Rowley leave for Trinidad and Tobago. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller. Where you calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning, Andy. You hear me?
Yeah, Kenrick. Yeah, man. We're hearing you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I agree with 100% with Barack Obama. I agree with him. I agree with him. Just imagine you changing all these things. You put a pan. No, you had to change, Andy. You had to change your children's birth certificate. You got to change your passport. You got to change your ID card. You change your money. How long you will take that? How much people live there? 100 something thousand people? 105?
1,000,005, about 1,500,000.
1 million, well, no, 1 million, but 1,000,005. You will take 1,000,005 to change all of that, Randy? Think what I'm telling you. You know how long that will take? Not until next year. Maybe 2027, that's what he said.
And plenty money.
And plenty money. That makes sense to you? How much money it cost the taxpayers' money? How much money it costs? Or what somebody don't have money? But then, that costs a lot of money to do that. And time.
Yeah.
And money to change.
Time,
change all the dollar sign, all the coin and everything.
Time consuming and expensive.
Yeah. And the American embassy. You gotta go back and change all everything. And when they have different things all about the different country. And next thing again, Andy. Okay, we talk about I go belong. I'm talk about the crime or crime in your country. Okay. Somebody was right. I said no, I was listening to Lennox Smith. Somebody say that Raleigh is not the blame for the crime in the country. Yes, you're damn well right, 100% Raleigh. God, let me tell you something. We live in Florida. I'll give you an example. We live in the Florida state. Every county have a sheriff department. And if that sheriff department do not control the crime over there, they're the part of the problem. So we have the sheriff department controlling the crime, and they have the police over there controlling the crime over here. So we don't have much crime over here. You mean with 19 murders in one country? We don't have that in Florida here? If they have one, they have a lot. Or maybe. I know Florida state big. Yes, they have crime, but not that. So I don't see what a person that's right to say, oh wait, Raleigh is not the problem. The whole government is the damn problem. And if you're not responsible, and you are the problem. That's all I have to say, Andy.
All right, thank you very much, Kenrick. Oh boy. Let's continue. Morning caller, where calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning? Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey K. I have something to say. I want to find out from Rowley if Trinidad and Tobago belongs to him, that he has to select a prime minister. I know a prime minister has been selected by the population and not by one man. So, technically, Trinidad and Tobago belongs to Rowley because he could do what he wants. Let the population decide who they want as prime minister and not try to push short young on people. A man who thieves so much, a man who's a crook, a man who's involved in criminal activities with his stepdaughter. Why don't they bring back his stepdaughter to Trinidad and let her stand trial? And I had to say, Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith was commissioner of police. And she slipped through the crack, or he not aware that she left the country. Why don't he see where she is, and bring she back to Trinidad to stand trial. Let the people have to get up and don't take Sturgeon as Prime Minister. Let Rowley prorogue Parliament and call an election and select who they want as Prime Minister. Not Sturgeon. Who the hell is Sturgeon? You see? And people going to stand for that. It's only PNM party people standing for that. Not the population. Look here in Canada. Our Prime Minister, he prorogue Parliament. They're going to select a new leader in beginning of March month, and they're going to call the election. Why are we trying to stuff Stuart Young down people's throat? Because Rowley is Stuart Young, Stuart Young is Rowley. Probably all the money that Rowley thief he have in Stuart Young brother bank. You see? So these people, if the population don't open their eye, whether Indians, whether black, whether whatever, they have to open their eyes, take a yampy out of their eye, and see what Rowley is doing. Rowley is the one that created the race now. You see? And if the people don't get up and open their eyes and get rid of Rowley and Stuart Young and all these guys, they're going to suffer. Because I will tell you that if Stuart Young is Prime Minister and he get a 5-year term there, Trinidad is gone down the drain. Because Venezuela will invade Trinidad, and that is what they want. See? So in my view, why Rowley, if Rowley is so brave enough and he has talked about mafia and talk about all this kind of stupid talk, why don't he prorogue Parliament and look for a new leader, call election, and let the people decide? You're not the king or the queen. It's only in monarchic state like England and all these places that the king they select who they want as king and queen and prince and princess, all these things. Not in Trinidad. Rowley is not the monarch of Trinidad. You know? So, all in all, the population have to get together. We don't want Stuart Young. Call the election and let the people decide who they want as Prime Minister. That's not how it's supposed to be. Forget the Constitution. Because that Constitution is a waste of time. Because Rowley have changed everything in the Constitution. So that's a waste of time. Anyone, that's what I have to say. Thanks.
Oh boy, thank you, caller. Let's see. Alright, the lines are open, huh? So I'll go back to some voice notes if you're all not calling. So let me give you a minute again. We'll get the numbers 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120. 239-5120. We'll give us a WhatsApp voice note at or give us a call at 366-3053, 366-3053. Go ahead, caller, morning.
Yeah, good morning. I agree with the last caller here, you know, because that is not fair to the population. And another thing, if he is appointed Prime Minister in this short period before an election, and they were to call an election, and he lost, he'll be going home with a salary as an ex-Prime Minister plus pension. So all these things people have to take into consideration before they accept the fact that going to Stuart Young as the Prime Minister. That's my contribution, Doug.
Thanks so much for your contribution. Oh boy. Next caller. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning? Let me say welcome again to the Guile family. Go ahead, caller.
All I am asking is for educate your callers that no time ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago was a Prime Minister ever elected. A Prime Minister is selected from the party that got the most amount of seats. That is how a Prime Minister is chosen in Trinidad and Tobago. to educate them and let them stop calling and making nuisance of themselves.
Alright, thank you so much, Brother Spain. The instant voice notes he's calling. Next caller, morning. Come, move from the background. Morning, caller.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, everybody. Mikey and Lennox. Andy, here we go now. You see, this man has popularized Trinidad and Tobago, this ugly, bald-head, big-nosed man, right? And this evil prime minister, and watch out, and me. This church was an absolute failure. That man failing everything that man failing. And they want to hoist that up on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They had to be mad. Listen, we had to hit the streets, We have to hit the streets. Be fed up. Only get out of office, man. Call the elections. Go and be fed up. Only go now. Go. Again.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller.
Hi, Andy. Morning, Andy. Mikey K. Lennox, Metro and Tobago Central here. Yes, Andy. Thank you for accepting the call. I'm telling you, Andy, COVID take the wrong set of people from this place, You understand what I'm saying? Because I can't understand. Just as that last person called Porter Spain who just come up and run up him out, I don't understand. You just explain exactly what you is. You understand? Because you making no sense every God make a blessed day. No sense at all. You keep on taking up our government who does nothing for you. You won't get common sense, neither book sense. So you just wasting a better life in this world. That's not a problem in this place. You understand? Nice. Going forward, Trinbagonians, we're telling all you again, we have a general election to win in this country. All they get carried away. They're sweetening up. Parents to demand on who to vote for. Because the American don't live their life already. It's time for all to live all their life. Don't let them dictate all their place and say, hey, if all they vote certain party, they can't live in this house. Preach to them and let them know. We're in up to date time right now. Granny or mommy or daddy, all they don't have all the time. It's time for we to shine. Time for we to get proper education. Time for we to survive in this country called Trinidad and Tobago. Why not have been running from with both country? Why? So when it's somebody else's country to live with life, why? We never sing, but we understand here. We got parents and them who sweat and work hard to bring this country where it is today. Can they go on their please get some sense in all their head now, man? And stop make these people and them trample over we. Then it's not the government, we is the real government. Repeatedly over and over telling all of that and all they know that all themselves. And so really say they put a crap on a PNM jersey or any party to run it and all they will accept that. Only wicked are telling all they right now the word on the ground when the central is out, they're not taking nothing like that. They're done with that. The own people talking it and saying it. They want to see nothing and hear nothing from PNM. Only see a joke we're making down here. Only see the kind of people in progress right now. Only see the people who run it. It's councillor to MP to mayor to this is under the United National Congress. And if only could put some sense in all their head. You understand what I'm saying? And the mass get ready to write thing done. We are saying we just a party, you know. The people and them performing, you know. But you remember, at the end of the day, Trinbagonians, the UNC still, the PNM running the country, the UNC still have to go to the government to get things done. They will not give them things to make them look good. Only understand the difference. So PNM and UNC can never be the same. If they need to get the road patch, they still have to write to the government. They still need to get a auction, they need to get funds from the government. Understand what's going on? You feel the PNM cold-hearted, wicked, bad man, corrupted, nasty PNM. Going and give the UNC councillors, MP and mayors anything to make them look good? Come on, man, only too big and only have sense. You understand what I'm saying? They will not give them anything called funding to make them look good. So let Mr. Paul spend on all of them learn where I talk. That's why he's thinking and he don't even know it. You understand what I'm saying? We'll always say it and we'll say it again. PNM done dead in this country. People waiting to bury them politically. They have a cemetery to that. People can't take no one every Monday go and make a morning. You telling me it's only PNM problem I you. You understand? Which part? How we going to see some sort of light? Eh? Under this great dark cloud. Over we head. How shouldn't they go near how? It's nice, it's all little like. It's wicked all itself. Eh? All the petty little contracts and whatever. Let me tell you something, you RP workers and CPEP workers. Let me tell you something. Amala Prasad Bissessa indicated in the parliament, and she debate. You see, all them contract workers and them, when she come back in as government, she's going to make that as a permanent job. Right? When all the government always support her and they come and go here and everywhere to make them look good. You understand? The one on the ground is Andy. If they go, who will work in CPEP and the RP, works on them, telling them if they any meeting and all them kind of thing, they're giving them a couple of days home with no pay. So they're demanding them they must come to it. Imagine that only half people are all the back, or all the shoulder squeezing on the neck, and demanding only what they want to do, dictating, only pays and only accepting that. You see only wicked? Only running down them for chubby and a piece of roti or a piece of sandwich and only content with that. Eh? Don't get tired. At the end of the day, you can't blame the government for everything in it. It's only on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? I'm speaking to Trinidad and Tobago. Only wicked on yourself. Because if only really want good governance in this place, you know what I'm telling you? We'd have done the other end with numbers already. Champion and let them know, hey, we need a day for general election in this country. I'll be demanding that we wait on all the time. We wait on retiming. Only jokey. Only no belly. And that's the problem. We have no unity in this country, Trinidadians. And that's the problem we have. We say we're not accepting nothing PNN doing like a shuffle, like a buffle, like a shuffle. We're not accepting PNN no more in this country. PNN had the time, they expired, and it's over with. It's time to break the neck of this rubbish going on in this country. And time for we to take back the country and get this place back up and running and pumping the way it's supposed to be like. People want goodness. People want things. They want money. They need things to do in this country. And we need to get this place back up and running as I just see. You understand, Trinidadians? So let's stop that nonsense. And when we come out here and really demand for already a serious thing to hold a date and time for a general election in this country, eh? You understand what I'm saying? Just remember, the code is yellow. PNM done dead, waiting to be buried and forgotten. And just remember, when they come in front of the place, when they run them like a dog, remember, PNM nothing, yellow is the code, and is that. Locked on and listen, Andy.
All right, thank you very much, Central. Oh boy. Oh boy. So the lines are open, eh? If not, we'll play some voice notes by the time. But you, boy, Mikey.
We can take
people like they're fed up, man.
Yeah, well, electricity has just been restored, so.
Yes.
Well, we don't know if it's an industrial action, so we don't know. But there have been some outages taking place.
Yeah, fine, so.
Certain parts of the country.
Go ahead, caller.
Sometimes, go ahead.
Andy, ground report, morning, California here. I have a couple of things I want to talk with, but the first thing to start with, right, is that coat of arms. Why the country allowing Rowley, who is a Tobagonian, to come and interfere with Trinidad history? That history belongs to Trinidad. That have nothing to do with Tobago. Although it marks Trinidad and Tobago, and Rowley is a Tobagonian, and that's Trinidad history, number one. Number two, Rowley didn't do no consensus in the country to make that kind of move. So what he said that them 22 people or them 21 people in the parliament could do what they want in this country without being held account. I find the UNC should file an injunction against that and call the whole of the government to court and let it answer, because there is a consensus. Everybody is involved in that. Rowley just can't make a decision. He and the 21 members in cabinet, right? Number two, Mr. Porter Spain. I hear you talking about educated people. Let me tell you something. The Constitution recognizes the leader of a party. Any party that win the election, the Constitution recognizes the leader to be the Prime Minister. You know what is the meaning of the word Prime Minister? There's a word called primary and there's a word called secondary. Secondary meaning all the minister underneath the Prime Minister, who's the head. He is their Prime Minister. He's not we Prime Minister. He's our servant. Right? They hire he to manage the economy. Look what he's doing. He's selling everything out from the country, destroying the economy, destroying people's lives. Right? Them 22 of them doing what they want and nobody can hold them to account. Look what he do. He gonna appoint. He appoints our next Prime Minister. And he declined any post as the leader of that party. And that party agree with it. Right? It was 11-9. And then all in a sudden you're hearing 22. Right? What it is going on with this country? Right now, it have a tag war going on in this country. Yellow versus red. And you see that coat of Rowley doing that. That is a political gimmick for the election. That he want all the black people to support that. Right? And to win them over. Anyhow, I don't come to preach no race and thing. The facts is the facts. Right? This country heading to a real calamity. Sooner or later, Trump going to move into Venezuela. Right? I hear the news that they're going to remove Maduro and all who are associated with Maduro. Right? And they're sending Maduro to Russia. Right? And all who are associated, I don't know if Rowley is part of that. Right? That is the talk. I waiting and watching it. Anyhow, I listen, locked on and listen, Andy.
All right, caller, thanks very much.
Yeah, but what does Rowley from Tobago have to do with any? It's Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago, anything that is being done is because the people collectively are the ones who are not holding them accountable. But Tobago has shown that they are more than ready for the change. They have shown that. They have changed their voting pattern. Have we shown it here in Trinidad as yet? So that part of your contribution there about it's Trinidad and Tobago, brother. Who you have there, Andy?
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, and my brother Mikey K. Listen, Rowley, now that Rowley is leaving, I was seeing ad on the papers yesterday where he is looking for sympathy, and he's thinking that he hope people will miss him. Rowley, I want to tell you, not Rowley, King Kakahole, I want to tell you that people will miss you because people can't get over the mess you made out of our country. Man, Rowley, you destroyed everything, including the Golden Goose Petrotrin. Rowley, you made a mess. And the only thing we will remember you for is that, right? And where you're heading, we have pronounced a curse on you, Rowley, that you will suffer for those consequences that you did to our country and your fellow Trinidadian men. It is said that it's not good to wish bad on people, but Rowley, you as Prime Minister, you did us wrong. You did us bad things. You suffered us. You suffered the people of Trinidad and Tobago while you were playing golf and drinking, according to Mikey, Defoe and VAT 69 and Johnny Walker Blue and whatever, and you're flying high to Dubai and wherever you was flying. You wasn't studying the poor people of the country. And these same people that you want to have sympathy for and remember you We will remember you, Rowley, while you're suffering, while you have to suffer for the rest of your life until you die naturally. And this is not no threat, Rowley. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. Slimy or Manifesto Marco, nothing is wrong with our feed. Right? It's you getting your problem there, and that is good. That is good. The feed like you getting problem where you is. That is good. Everybody else, the feed getting a proper, nice, strong feed, clean and nice. So God is working mysterious ways.
Before I had the outage there, I mean, we were basically connecting the dots based on a man who said that a small clique apparently was holding them to ransom, who expected them to be involved and to be involved in wrongdoing. I mean, he said it. I mean, his words. I think by now everyone is quite aware of what it is Dr. Rowley said at that time. Now we speed things up to where we are as a country, as a people. And what is different? Is that same group or that same clique holding the current administration to ransom? And how come nobody talks about that? And one has to ask the question, where does Penny and Foster and Amory and others who are supposed to be senior, and let me put it right, who are Afro-Trinbagonians? Yes, I want to say that. Who are Afro-Trinbagonians? Because unfortunately, that is playing out in this whole political theater. Who have been sidelined? Was it ever about country? Or was it all about self-preservation and about making sure that you get what you have to get and having an advantage, that we as citizens wouldn't have the average citizen recusing yourself from cabinet numerous times, not in the interest of the citizens, but basically yourself, yes, your friends, your family, your finances. That's what it was all about. And today there's a deafening silence. A man who said that he was there to ensure that justice and social equity was something that he wanted to make happen for all of us is a man who is now simply running from the office. Running from the office. Where we at as a people? They're not going to tell you this. Pastor Dunce and all of them, when they're on the radio or whatever TV, they're not telling you these things. People wake up and see what it's really taking place. This has nothing to do with country, Nothing whatsoever. People are threatened. Allegedly, people are bullied into going along and abiding with the needs of Dr. Rowley and others. We have the Andy.
Nice.
Who's holding us to ransom
good morning,
now?
guys. Andy, sometimes I always wondering what it is really taking place in this country. Every day is a new set of dotishness. Imagine, over the weekend I hearing about the new coat of arms, the contract has been signed or whatever the hell for the new coat of arms. Tell me, with a country with so many problems, is that necessary now? PNM always doing things that are of no importance and leaving the important ones behind. Then I hear this Ramsey Moore. I still don't know how she's still there as president of Pan Trinbago. These pan men decide to sit down there and let this woman, who is an agent of the PNM, be controlling the pan and the pan going nowhere. She talking about they're going to get a little more money for the carnival. That is all they like, a little more. And then she's saying construction is going to start soon on the Pan Theatre, whatever the hell it is, the building on Ryson Road. Why people allowing these people to do what they want, when they want, how they want? You don't have no place to park. You don't have no kind of nothing no organized for Pan Theatre and Ryson Road. Or you don't have no money. Where are they getting money to start a Pan Theatre? And again, the people sit down and let them get away with the damn sort of stupidness. I don't know what is wrong with these people, You understand? And then I hear they bring in a new show. They ain't calling it Soca Monarch. They calling it some other name. And the first prize is $1 million. You understand? And they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing and doing. Hey, all year, it's 2025, election year. Doggy look a bone. When election done, all the bone gone. So all you who want to be stupid, to fall for all the stupidness, go on. Yeah, go on. All you may be sensible and make sure all you go and vote out this PNM. And I hear the race on for the seat in they go Martin West. It's I think it's Hans Devines. You are a young man. You have no ambition. You have no pride. You have no decency. How could all your people be going to involve all yourself to be a candidate for a PNM, a party that is, that is against the people, a party that is destructive, a party that is evil and corrupt? All you want to be part of that? Well, I hope the people of Caranage West know exactly what to do with you. You understand? I've fed up of the people in this country. We want to live better. We have to live better. And we have to stop all this damn sort of nonsense that the PNM continue. Probably going in March, but they continue going on with this shit. Look now. They continue going on day after day, and the people allowing them. People, all you wake up. Make sure all your business in order. Make sure all you register. And make sure you prepare to vote for the United National Congress on the day called election day. I don't know why he don't call the day. I don't know why.
Andy, I want to ask about the Spain. If the party is 12 people to select a prime minister, or the population that vote for a prime minister, why is he so stupid and dotish for? If he had nothing to talk, let him find something to talk with sense. Yeah, he brain, probably he walking on the brain. When people go and vote, who they vote for? Is that the party that voting for them? They vote for the party and they vote, and they who select a prime minister when they get the most amount of vote. You dumb fool.
Good morning, Mikey, Andy, Lennox, Nubian, to everybody. Mikey, thank you for saving the morning. And and company. Okay, we are seeing that Ambassador Bond got the gold medal for what? For helping them get the gas, the license for the Dragon deal? Is that what she got it for? We have people in this country who were deserving of that medal, and that is what she got it for. Everybody is questioning that award. Everybody is questioning it. Well, except PNMites, of course, because they don't see the value of it. Right? That woman had no right to collect that award. And as they rightly said, as people are rightly saying, she's the first ambassador to come to this country to collect an award. And look who she got it from, the PNMite, because they were always talk on the ground that she, like one previous to her, who come and push his mouth in our politics before Mondello, right, was very friendly with the PNM. Well, I hope Trump take it away from her. I really, really hope that he take it away from her. You hear? Because she didn't deserve it. As I said, there are a lot more people in this country. Look at search and rescue. Look at search and rescue, the kind of work that search and rescue is doing. We ever hear they receive an award? Look at those young men that got that autistic child who was swept away in the river last year. I think it was last year. And they found her on the beach. They should have gotten a medal. But you see what happened? PNM credits losers. That's what they do. The more you're dysfunctional is the more they credit you. And we have seen that time and time again. They award mediocrity. Because I can't see what she did to get that award. You hear? And well, I guess Rowley, today he'll be very quiet. We wouldn't hear anything from him. He keeping quiet, maybe looking at the inauguration, right? So he know what is in store for him. And if he feel by bowing out of politics, he's going to get away, he lie. He's not going to get away.
Oh, he's not gonna get away. Oh boy, let me take a few more calls. I have some other voice notes to play, and I'll take some calls in between. So the lines are open. The numbers are called 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. What says thou? What's on your front burner, Trinidad and Tobago, this morning? Search and Rescue Source Award. That sounds factual. You're on Allen.
Yeah, the lines are open.
Morning.
The lines are open. The lines are open.
You're on Allen 20. They solve plenty crime too. Morning, caller.
Miss Santa Cruz, if you was following what is taking place in the country, you would have known that the search and rescue was given a national award, if not last year, I believe it was last year, right? And then to the next one who keep talking again, I repeat, the population does not vote for a prime minister. They vote for a party, a candidate for as a member of parliament. They do not vote for a prime minister. Get that in your head. And after the whatever party come out to the most seats, the president will appoint whoever commands the majority in the party to be prime minister. Get your facts, learn the constitution, and stop coming on the air and making a fool of yourself. Simple.
All right, Mr. Porter Spain. Next caller. Lazy, don't tell Mr. Porter Spain call and going through. But plenty of them, they say, I call it and I ain't getting through. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. There we go again. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning. This is the Fox calling to ask something. If we put in the pan on the money, where we put in our brothers and sisters Tassa, even though they are different ethnic group, they are our brothers and sisters also, right? The Indians is my brother and sister, right? And I want to say something to Port of Spain, right? Port of Spain, I don't know if you born in the waiting room, because I don't understand your logic at all. And for Rowley and you, we will remember you and Port of Spain just so we remember Satan. Thank you.
Next caller, morning.
Morning, oh Lord, I now get back inside here. Oh God, I want this government to be charged. That is what I want. I know the program finishing just now and I now call and now get back home. I want them to charge the government for all the wickedness they're doing us, the citizens of this country, boys. They need to be charged. I'm calling on the incoming government. Charge this government. Charge each and every one of them. Oh, Lord, boy. Too much of sufferation. They're suffering people out here. Something has to be done. All right. Have a nice day.
All right. Oh boy. Time check. I'm going to play our next lay for a note by the time. Yeah. I just finish. Oh, nice.
Andy, good morning.
Oh boy, all your call. All right, I'll take the call. Morning, caller. You go be the last call, man.
Oh God, thank you very, very much. And I want to thank Miss Woodbrook. I think I heard Miss Woodbrook just now there. This morning, thank you, Miss Woodbrook. It seems like they want to bring back something with the Soca Monarch, but we're not going to forget them because all what they took away from us, we will lobby for it to return, especially if it's something that we needed as a people in our country. So people of Trinidad and Tobago, remember, according to Ms. Shogunas, the code is yellow. And let me tell you something, whenever they come Dr. Rowley, don't care who they bring. Same fate by the poor people of Trinidad and Tobago. If you love your country, you don't work with a government that stifle your history, your heritage, and your culture. And I want to say thanks to the brother who saw the ship steering still on the monogram. It's all about making money to support finances in this country. But I want to tell you, financiers, if you feel or let go get away with that, a forensic audit into your existence in politics here is going to cost you some kind of thing. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, bless up Andy, Mikey, K, and Lennox.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, boy.
Thank you. That brings us to the end.
Yes, it's 2 minutes to the hour
Yeah,
of.
and again, we have to revisit a lot of these things. A lot of these things that were said by Rowley, and look at it currently. And you have to pin a lot of these problems on those who are just sitting by and observers to injustice, what is taking place. Foster Penny and them, like apparently they out for lunch. I don't know. But anyhow, the date is coming, folks. We're keeping the date close to our chest, but we will not ride it out and we will not wait it out. It has to be said. You can't just simply take our time to fix your business and then even try to fix our business. It don't work so. The date is being set. Everybody is in talks, regardless of your political affiliation, whatever the issue may be. We are getting ready to hit the streets. You'll hear more about it, of course, right here on the Ground Report, on the Observer, on Corridor Transformation, everything that be happening. And we're getting ready, of course, after the carnival to roll out community microphones. So get ready and get ready for that big day. And yes, I can tell you, it's not going to be on a weekend. It is not. We don't have time to play. We don't have time to play. We can't just sit by and watch you fix your business just so. What's going on with you? You want time, you're leaving, you ain't leaving. You had to wait until then after all the all-inclusive fete, after Easter. I had to go on vacation. I had to go some CARICOM. Listen, this is our lives, boy. It's people's lives you're playing with. And we will not wait it out. We cannot wait it out. We don't have the luxury to just simply wait it out. We have to end the suffering now because we have to live better. So get ready. The date will be announced. Until tomorrow, try to stay alive. Gael family, everybody, take care. God bless. We are out of here.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.